Might have to go on Rumble like a patriot.
You should.
A special on Rumble would be so sick.
money.
Fucking right.
Truth Social. I might do one on
Truth Social special.
Yeah. Be sick.
Truth special.
That'd be really nice.
He's also putting it everywhere. Spotify, Twitter,
Yeah.
Instagram.
Could do it on
YouTube.
X. You could get an X
Actually, be
deal.
nice.
Yeah.
But not exclusive. Just put it everywhere.
That'd be tight. Let's go nuts.
I watched Vladimir Zelensky on. Isn't that his first name? Vladimir?
Yeah, I think so.
Come on, you.
Vladimir, whatever.
Zelensky.
I watched him on Lex Friedman. He's pretty good, dude.
Was he good?
Yeah, I've wanted to hate him.
The
I
Ukraine
don't know
guy?
why. It just seems like a liberal.
Yeah, for sure.
Lib.
Yeah.
Lib.
I mean, yeah, dude.
But he
Trying to
was
free his
good.
country.
It is funny that he's somehow like a lib hero and he's just a person
He's a
at war. He's
Ukrainian
at war.
at
I guess he's
war
a freedom
fully.
fighter. Yeah, he's a freedom fighter.
He's truly a freedom
Was he
fighter.
good? I almost didn't want to watch too because I felt like I would be
I
pulled
fell
under
into the liberal
spell.
trap.
Did you really?
I fell into the liberal trap.
What was he saying? He was like, come
We
on.
need more money to Ukraine.
What was his main point? He's like, come on.
Yeah, he's like, guys.
Come on, what the hell?
I
No,
get
he was
it.
like-
Jew
he
wants
was like-
money.
Is he Jewish?
Feed. Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
The Ukrainian leader?
What the hell? Oh my God. I can't believe I got tricked. And he got me. He got me to go, yeah, we got to give him money.
Yeah, he
Fully.
built the
That's
case
how
up.
good at it, bro.
Fully got me.
What was the case? Was it anything like geopolitical? Like, was there stuff in it for us, or was it just like help?
I think it was geopolitical as far as like, we need to stop Russia. Same
Yeah.
old bullshit. But from his perspective, he is doing the right thing by being like, help.
Yeah, I mean,
My country's getting invaded.
Yeah.
I would hope if I was at war, the leader of my country would go on a podcast like, "Oh no, dude, I don't want to see him gay," and like ask for shit.
Dude, I didn't want to fucking come here and fucking like hat in hand and fucking ask for shit. But like, dude,
For real.
Russia's invading us for real. Help.
So it was a good interview.
It was good.
So was Putin's interview was good. I watched Putin.
Putin
with
held it down.
Who did he do it on?
He
Tucker
did
Carlson.
Tuck and hit him with a fucking history lesson for an hour up front.
It was pretty good.
Starting with fucking in the year 300, the Muskovs
Yeah.
invaded
Wow.
the fucking.
He got
Ottoman.
deep into that like Russian, like
Yeah.
original Russian man shit.
It's
And
almost
it's kind of
pretty- trying to
compelling.
bring
You're
that
like,
back.
damn, dude, that guy does remind me of myself. I am basically a fucking barbarian out of the
Yeah,
fucking
I'm kind of a
plains.
fucking sick barbarian.
He's just
Nah,
like,
think
Putin was just
about
like, hey, I never agreed to the Cold War ending. We were of the generation that were like, that sucked. We're not done.
Yeah.
We're coming back strong.
Yeah,
But see, that's the thing about him. I don't think in the beginning, he was saying he was for joining NATO. He was pro West. And then the West kind of like shunned him.
So Cuba did.
And then
they're trying to be boys. Yeah, he said I was trying to be boys.
it's like, bro, can we just be boys?
I know. Can we
Shouldn't
let
have
bygones?
invaded Ukraine though. That's fucking bullshit, dude. That's a cheap shot.
What would you do if someone you tried to be boys with was like, yeah, later, loser?
You
might get aggressive.
I'd suck a punch. I would
You
invade.
pick the weakest one of his friends. Like, come here, you little pussy.
yeah.
You think you're so fucking cool? You hanging out with them?
Yeah.
You're so fucking different now.
Ukraine did change, bro.
They're so different, dude.
They're different than they used to be. And that might have been our fault.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that's all they say,
Yeah,
right?
we
They were
did
just
that.
putting in like
Yeah,
pro West people
Yeah.
right at his door.
we did.
Yeah.
For sure.
And he's like, I just told you don't. And they're like, we're gonna do it.
Yeah, the whole time. It's to me what I've seen, and I'm an idiot,
I'm gonna come.
is don't come.
Don't come.
I'm gonna come. Was basically every single time from 1950 we've been like, what are you gonna fucking do about it, Russia? Until after the Cold War, we're still like, yeah, right, bitch. What are you gonna do?
I know.
What are you
Taking
gonna
little tiny
fucking
shots.
do about it?
They did have enough.
And they finally said we've had enough.
I heard they were
Take
trying.
Kiev. We're like, don't take fucking Kiev. We love Kiev.
Don't take Kiev. We love it.
Fucking dare. It is weird how we need to have them completely smothered
We gotta smother them, dude.
at all times.
Smother Russia. We have to destroy it. Russia.
Well, I think too, a lot of the people
You like that, guard dog?
smother Russia is
Well,
nice.
smother
Dude.
Russia.
Mother Russia's nice.
I think it's one of those things too, where it's like New Jersey, Pennsylvania, where like a lot of people know family in the Russian side. And they're
Yeah.
like, dude, this is fucking embarrassing.
It is.
Yeah, right. Or it's like you're from Philadelphia, and they're like, yeah, why would New Jersey? You're like, that's not Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Like, it
That's
kinda is,
Ukraine.
though.
Yeah, yeah.
And it is. Yeah.
I do like Trump's whole new thing of trying to take over other places.
Trump
So
trying to expand America very intense, like doubling our land mass in like a
big.
fucking
Yeah, but you
minute.
think about it for 2 seconds, dude. Bigger.
Bigger's nice.
Bigger is
Bigger's
better.
I like bigger. That's why I like Trump. He wants bigger. You know, I hate all these small thinking.
He's got
dude.
backed up into a dresser before for sure.
Oh,
yeah.
dump. He has a fucking dump though, dude.
he took Nate's dump.
He
Took
did.
what's left of
He
his ass.
stole Nate's dump.
Yeah,
Dump.
was Friedman kind of like holding his feet to the fire on the questions?
Yeah,
or
he was. He was.
he really?
Friedman gets aggressive in this.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a, I mean,
He's
that's a
doing it with
battle of the
Kanye.
blockheads right there.
It was a full Lego fight, dude. That was 2 Ukrainian Legos.
A couple Ukrainian blockheads just battling the blockheads. It's the hardest heads,
The Eastern blockheads.
the most geometrically sound heads.
Thanks, buddy. Look at that no ass.
I don't know much. I don't know much about the Ukraine-Russia conflict, but I do know in that area you can do like perfect fucking math on people's heads. They're like perfectly square.
They are blockheads, and they're doing. It's.
How do you
it's the
feel about
worst
the
shit
fires in
ever. The
California?
fires. I watched. You could just watch live news. I was
know.
watching it. I was like, this is the fucked up part of me.
Yeah.
I was watching it and I was like, this thing's about to go crazy.
Really?
Like I'm sitting there watching it, like, damn, there's another fire because it just had helicopter coverage of just a house burning.
Yeah, it was,
But you could watch it like start to jump to somebody
Yeah.
else's house, and then you're watching it, you're like, holy fuck, that house is about to burn down. This is
if you're
crazy.
it was.
Then the house never burned down. I just kept watching.
That's all. It was when
And
I
there's
did
a
the
part of
shows.
me,
it
I was like, was
on
I
the green
hoping?
room.
You're
What?
wanting it.
You know
You're
what I mean?
wanting
I was like, was I hoping to see that?
Oh, like a
Yes,
car
you
wreck
could
kind of
feel
thing.
it.
Yeah, I felt bad.
I didn't catch a lot of the direct footage. I was catching more of the heat, like the thermal map, where it's like,
Yeah.
here's where it is. I will say I couldn't get them in time, but I was trying to get those. I like those yellow shirts. You know the yellow shirts all the news people wear?
Oh yeah,
All of them had them. I was
That's
kind of
nice.
I was coveting them a little bit.
To like, don't shoot at me.
I think they're like flame retardant.
yeah,
I think they're wearing like bright yellow flame retardant shirts.
yeah.
But those shirts were kind of sick.
Those are nice.
I was trying to get one for this today.
I know. The thing is, also, I don't know anything about LA,
Yeah.
so it's not like that crazy to me. Like you guys, it was probably so weird.
None of us ever went to the Palisades.
Oh, okay.
It was like if you're going to like Malibu to the beach and you're like, there's a way you can go the scenic way through that, but it's not really LA.
Damn,
Really?
you're gonna say that right now?
Yeah,
Bro.
In a time like this,
yeah,
he's got a special out on Netflix. Check it out.
yeah. Yeah. Also, what about the other fires? They're just like, no, the rich one is all we're gonna say.
The rich one's the
Palisades
scariest.
Where were there
fire.
other fires?
There's like 5 massive ones.
Oh, all around.
Yeah.
That was the one thing that was, I mean, it's everyone you talked to was someone I heard about, and there was a part of me that was kind of like, all right, like, I didn't think it was that big of
Yeah,
a
I don't
deal.
understand it.
And then I didn't get it at all. But I started hearing about it more and more, and it was like, it is weird for something to hit like the Hollywood Hills. Because then the only thing that
Yeah.
was like freaking me out was like,
Just seeing the Hollywood sign.
well, but that's
Other times, was it burning right there?
Yeah,
but
unless
that's
I got
where all
tricked.
the people are who are supposed to like do like relief songs.
Yeah.
Who's
True.
gonna do the song
Who
for
the
them?
fuck is gonna sing?
I want to get some
That's a
kids
good
in
point.
Zimbabwe to fucking put together like
put a little doo
hold on.
Yep.
But yeah, that was like freaking me out. I'm like, damn, it was just weird for it to
The
happen
Avengers.
there.
The Avengers must have. They were fucked, dude. The Avengers were probably all in there.
It is fucked up, dude. I kept seeing Dennis Quaid on the news.
What about that?
It is okay.
Thank God,
Thank
dude.
God.
That's the
Thank
only thing
God.
that fuels me
Irreplaceable. Really easily replaceable.
on this. Yeah,
Can't joke.
incredibly easily
Easily.
replaceable.
So easily replaceable.
Yeah, true.
Half it already fell. It should be
They should have
Hollywoodville.
the land, Hollywood land.
Hollywood Land?
Yeah, I liked that.
Hollywood
Right?
Land
Isn't that what it was?
I
kind
thought
of
it was Hollywoodville. Yeah, it's Hollywood Land.
But yeah, it was
Let's get the land back.
I would try to talk lightly about it, and if you're like, yeah, actually, my whole family lost their house, I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
tough.
it's tough.
And I started thinking about that. I was like, yeah, that would like because I was
That'd be
watching the
so
news.
sad.
I was watching one of the reporters grew up around one of the areas, and they were like, shows. I do have a part of me. Anything I watch, I'm like, you guys are freaking out about nothing. And I'm like watching the lady go back to where she grew up, and I started imagining where I grew up if it all burned down. I'm
Yeah,
like,
that'd be
that'd be
sad.
fucked up, dude.
It's not just a
Well,
block.
that's why we live in Pennsylvania,
True.
because we use our fucking heads.
True.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just weird just watching that, being like, what the fuck, and then being like, yeah, finally at one point just giving in and be like, dude, that'd be crazy.
Yeah,
It's like everywhere I knew burnt down out of nowhere.
the Maui one was scarier, in my
Yeah.
opinion. The
Yeah.
Maui one was super scary,
Why?
just because I think it was like so fast, and like people had to like run into the ocean and hide, like wait.
Oh, that yeah.
And like a lot of people died.
And it's so smoky. That's what you think. Like, while you're in the
Yeah.
water, you're safe. It's like, no, dude, it's so smoky.
Yeah,
It's coming right at you.
You'd have to go past the barrier reef
you gotta get out there.
for sure. So that
Barrier
was a little Moana
The Great
reference. I
Barrier
slipped that in. Don't go beyond the barrier.
Yeah, they used to have signs on Laurel Canyon, like you couldn't even smoke cigarettes in your car with the windows up.
Yeah. Tell you what, I felt like a true fool because the week before I had burnt my Christmas tree and had like just like a 12-foot flame in my backyard. Like,
Yeah, I don't think you can do that here.
I don't think you can. But luckily, it had been raining.
Yeah,
And I'm like surrounded by sand, but I was like, ooh, I'm going to have to cool it. I thought about it in the summertime. Like, I'm going to have to chill in the 12-foot fires.
It's
Totally.
fun. Fire is cool though.
Fire is
Fire
awesome.
does
Me
rule.
and Matt Edgar and Tony Hinchcliffe were in Joshua Tree, and we found a fallen Joshua Tree, and we like pulled it back to like our campsite. We lit it, just there was little spikes on it. You just light one, and the whole thing goes out. It was so fucking cool. We were looking for other ones, and somebody comes by. Is like, "Hey, what do you guys do?" That's incredibly illegal. You're lighting. That's an endangered plant. No way. I'm like, oh yeah, no, right, yeah.
Sorry, we were just high.
Dude, Christmas trees are the same way. It's like lighting up it's like gasoline. If you light up a Christmas tree, it's
Yeah.
like,
It's nice. All pine needles.
It was so good. That is bullshit. The guys I didn't know there were little firebugs kicking around LA and starting the
I
fires.
think that those are just fucking.
I think they were cap.
Those are crackheads.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm saying that's just crazy.
I think on any given day in LA, those boys would be doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely crazy
There's always
people.
just a homeless guy with a blowtorch.
Yeah.
But now we're picking up on it. We're going, what the fuck? What are you doing?
I'd be so mad if I was worried about them spreading and I just saw a guy
I'd be
just lighting another one. I'd
a
be like,
fucking
dude,
bum.
dude,
I'd be like, bro,
what the fuck?
Not now.
don't light that.
And wouldn't he be like, now's the best time?
No, yeah, exactly.
It's all on fire
Exactly. Could we cool out on that? Although
Well,
you
when am I
get-
going to light a fire then? If not now, then when?
Those guys are going to be difficult to argue with.
Yeah.
that is so annoying. Yeah, the interrogation. Like, what were you doing? Like,
Nothing.
I don't know.
Heretofore.
Fucking
I saw the one video of a homeless guy with a giant dumpster on fire behind him. These black guys were like, "You're going to jail. What are you doing?" He was like, "Just for warmth." And they're like, "Oh, all right.
Damn.
Sorry."
Yeah.
He had one of like the Rocky trash cans.
He had one in a giant dumpster,
Oh fuck!
and it caught fire. And he was like, "No, that was for heat."
He was like,
and
kinda
it kind of
stepped
got
on it.
out of control. And they're like, "Oh, well, stop."
Knock it off.
I was in
still going to
Providence. It
jail.
was snowing, and I was trying to do an intro for
You
my
might have been
podcast.
fibbing though. It was a fucking big fire. It was the whole dumpster.
He was getting
fibbing.
fired up.
Yeah.
He's talking shit to one of his boys. I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck. I'll start one right now.
Yeah, but I was looking at all the footage. It looked terrible, but it was like so fucking cold that part of me was like, "Oh, that would be nice."
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
you're
a nice
freezing.
heat. Yeah,
You mean the fires in LA?
yeah, but I was in Providence, so it was
You're
like,
like, oh, I wish I was in the forest
just a little
fires.
bit, just a little
You were
bit,
bright siding it.
just a dip in.
That is a nice way to look at
You're
it.
bright siding it. You're like, guys, some people are cold.
yeah, yeah.
You ever think
Heating
of that?
bills are down. It's January.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I think the death toll has been low.
It was 5 at the beginning.
Yeah, I think it's like 20, but
Oh, it's up
now
to 20?
I don't know. I could be wrong. I think
But it looks worse than 9/11 in terms of like just the devastation.
The look.
yeah,
you
the
know,
devastation
the look of
is
it,
so
yeah.
far.
9/11 looked pretty rough.
Yeah, but it's like office shit.
Yeah.
You know? So it was like it sort of was like okay.
What?
To fucking have another dispel of a thing with Shane.
How
Shane,
many?
that's not a true thing. Oh,
I believe Jewish people died in 9/11.
Yeah, there was the whole rumor. The rumor was that like
What are
someone
you
got
saying? I
tipped
thought you were
off.
Zendini, dude. This is not.
there was an argument during the planning. There was
This
an
is
argument
high
during the
level.
planning, and one guy got stabbed.
Took
You're
me
like,
a second.
oh,
That was the rumor. That was the hot rumor. It was like, there's a place on like the 97th floor that was full of Jewish people that didn't show up to work that day. That's the rumor on 9/11.
The 92nd floor was.
Something Jewish.
why that-
This is
that's the
Jewish.
Jew floor.
This is a
I think it
Jewish.
was the World Trade Center. I'm sure there was a fucking ton of Jewish people in there.
yeah.
It was mostly
I
Jewish
remember people
people.
telling you that, like, I'd be in high school and be like, "Wait, what?"
I didn't get the anti-Semitism back then.
I would hear. Maybe that was college. I
I
guess.
think
then.
Philly, you were probably getting hit.
No, it was. You know what? It was
And
college.
the trash business, the construction business.
You
You guys had some run-in.
I didn't hear about
run-ins.
Jewish people till I was in college.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
hear. I didn't
That's
hear
the
a
place where
word
you'd
about
find
them.
them.
Except my dad. My dad would tell me he was an Irish Jew when I was younger. That was his big deal. He'd be like, my mom was like all about being Irish. My dad's like, fucking, I'm not Irish. I'm English. Or he's like, I have Irish ancestry, but I'm mostly Jewish. It's like, that's how I identify. My dad's a
Can't fight
Hebrewophile.
it.
That's pretty sick.
He's a Hebrewophile. He's always told me my dad's the least anti-Semitic man I've ever met. He loves Jewish guys.
Yeah.
He's like, I
This guy
love
rules.
how they operate.
This
I
guy.
gotta be honest. Every Jewish person I've met, I've been a pretty big fan of.
Jews do rock.
Jews
We've
rock.
said that. We've said that like a
Please
long
don't
time
edit
ago.
that out.
We've said it. We said it years ago. We talked about how Jews rock.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's just
And they
we're
have the
just
good
honest.
nature to change
Now
their
all I
name
do
to be
is
in
talk
public
It'd be
eye.
cool if
Yeah.
you want to get the big views. We could obviously try to just be like hate mongers, but I'm just true to my experience and like
Yeah.
Jews rock.
We're fishmongers. Your guys are hate mongers. We're fishmongers. Jews rock.
It's
So
pretty,
yeah.
and also too, everyone now on Twitter is like going pretty hard against the Jews.
It's pretty
Yeah.
interesting. I think it's like gone up online. It's
I
pretty
would
fun.
never say I never believed that. I always hear
Well,
like,
that's
oh,
'cause-
it's getting so bad. Then I open Twitter now. I'm like, all right, yeah, actually.
Israel. Yeah,
No, it was before that.
Israel's not
Kanye
helping.
and Kyrie Irving. This is all before that.
that was before it for
Yeah.
sure. But that was some Black Israel.
Well, hold on, you guys did trick ancient black people into thinking they weren't Jews, so that is on you guys. That is on you guys.
That's fair. That was
Let's all give everyone a fair cut here.
Yeah, yeah. We're gonna say you guys rock. Now you guys need to admit to a couple things.
okay. You're right. Let's start
We
there.
let's come to
start
the
there.
table together.
Let's
We
start there.
acknowledge.
Yes.
How would that have gone down though? You have the true Israelites.
Yeah.
And what did the Jews like sneak up to them and be like, hey guys, actually you're not? And they're like, wait, what?
They said
Also,
How would have that have played out? That's my question.
also, they were pretty quiet during the Holocaust. They kind of let us take all
Well,
that
they didn't know
abuse.
if they-
And
if
where
they
were you
had
they
then?
didn't know back then.
If they had known.
They didn't know who they were from back then.
Yeah, they didn't know they were the true Israelites back then.
The secret was kept for 2,000 years.
We
Yeah,
found
they
them in
would've all-
Israel. We found them like that when I was there in seminary, and they did like the last 20 years before they found the Ethiopian hidden tribe. So all these black Jews, not Israelites, black Israelites, but black Jews, and they were like, let's get them back here, but they put them in a ghetto.
What?
Yeah, yeah. They were like, you're not living among us.
Whoa.
They're like, but they're Jews. Like, yeah, but
Jeez.
What do you
Jews.
think the nation of Israel would do?
it wasn't my plan. I don't agree with that. But
What do
what?
you think the nation of Israel would do if they did
No,
do
we
some
don't.
sort of like, if they did like a deep, like some sort of exploration and like contacted like an uncontacted tribe of just the original black Jews? You think they'd cover it up? Or do you think they'd be like, holy
We
shit?
can't let this out.
Got a bunch of guys sitting there, they're just on the street corner, like,
Closing the door and dunking.
Little
Those
white
guys
little
are going to
bitch.
win an argument once. And they're going to be like, oh, yeah, you guys are the true Israelites.
What do you
So
mean?
far, the black Israelites,
Yeah.
I think they're 0 for 950,000
Yeah, they only get pushback.
in arguments. They've
Yeah.
never won an argument. Everyone leaves going, what the fuck? What the fuck were those at? They're going to get win one, and someone's going to go, you guys are.
Have they ever? They had to have like bumped into the God hates gay people, white people.
Ooh,
They have to link.
They
'Cause
have
they
to have every
don't.
now and
It's a
again.
solid link.
that's not a gay friendly crowd. That's
No.
black Israelite.
But have they ever?
Yeah.
There's got to be video footage of them linking.
I'm sure they've linked.
Yeah, they have to.
It's like, damn, that might be the ultimate squad.
Yeah, queers for Palestine and black Israelites.
Yeah, that might be the squad.
Or just those just like white guys would
Undefeatable.
just stand. I remember in Philly, they would stand near 7-Eleven and be like,
Fuck
"You
you up."
fucking queers, God hates you," and everyone would be like, "What the hell? Hey, fuck you, man! No, he doesn't."
Oh, those guys by the wait, you're talking about the
God hates-
white Christians?
Yes, the white
Yeah,
Christians
yeah.
who just like go.
Handed him a Pepsi, and he was like, "Notre Dame fucking sucks." I was like, "God damn, this guy's good, dude.
He
He,
was
got,
cooking.
he got me
He
real
was
bad."
cooking.
That's
He was
Don.
cooking.
That's
Nailed
Don.
me.
I mean,
We're coming
dude,
back.
that's got to be a rush to set up the mic. It's got to be a lot of people just
Probably
probably bros
He
who
probably can't
fall into
sleep
life-
the night before. He's probably like, "I'm gonna
their
fucking
day.
talk so much shit tomorrow. I'm gonna fuck college kids up tomorrow."
We used to see him at the gay pride parade in LA. They'd be like right around the border
What the
with
fuck
like
were you doing there?
bro, it was a party. Plus so much dick to suck. But they'd be out there like, God hates you, you're going to hell. But it was just their day. So they're like, we love you too. It's their day
Yeah.
too. It's their day too.
They got it. I think the gays like that one too.
Yeah.
they have fun with those guys.
Yeah.
'cause
They
then
decide they side stage.
They get to say sassy shit right back to
Yeah,
them.
true.
Yeah, you just
You
want
can't
me
do
to
shit
fuck
today.
you, bitch.
Yeah.
yeah.
You
Do
can't
you think
cross
they
that
ever
rope.
drop the mic and they're like, "Yeah, you know what? I am just gonna suck your dick. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I think I'm hiding for myself here, yelling all the shit at you."
I think eventually that's where that road leads.
I
They
had to
just
find parking
yeah,
to do this.
they just stand with the microphone like, "Dude, fucking kiss me right now, you fucking pussy. I'll kill you."
You do have to give him credit on the Notre Dame socks.
That is nice.
Who was that? Just some guy
Some
who
we were at Chipotle. We would go to this. There's a 7-Eleven at Chipotle by Drexel.
God hates fags people at Chipotle.
They were across the
That's
street.
crazy.
It was across the street from the Chipotle on Drexel's campus.
Uh-huh.
And we were just sitting there and we were like, we should go over there. And it was right when Caitlyn, no, what was the Jenner?
Caitlyn Jenner.
No, what's the
Bruce
daughter?
Jenner. Oh, Kendall, Kylie.
Whatever
Kylie.
one handed the Pepsi.
Kim. Oh yeah.
So we were like, this will be funny. Let's film me handing him a Pepsi. So we walked over to the guy talking shit, handed him a Pepsi, and he just looked at me and he was like, Notre Dame fucking sucks. Because I was wearing a Notre Dame polo. I was like, God damn, that guy fucking...
He dropped all his anti-gay stuff.
He
And he's like, let's
he-
be a sports man for a second.
Yeah, he knew ball, too.
Yeah.
He was like, Notre Dame fucking blows. 8-4 this year. You guys suck. I was like, damn, how'd this guy know?
He better know about sports. He's gonna
Yeah.
go attacking gay people.
True.
You better know about sports.
Yeah, he better know all.
That's
better,
SEC ball. He knows
stop.
SEC.
You gotta go home and watch the game after.
Yeah.
That's gotta be crazy to sit home and watch the game after you just like let it all out in the fucking plaza.
Commercials must drive those guys nuts, dude.
Nowadays.
Commercials could hit a normal man. You go, what the fuck's going on here?
Yeah, true.
Think about being
Good Volkswagen
yeah,
commercial where there's two dudes driving in a car to a
two
weird
dudes.
song.
Yeah, every single commercial is
Damn.
two dudes kissing.
He just takes his notepad out. He's like, and another thing.
Tomorrow,
Yeah, tomorrow we'll talk about this. It's crazy to set up like a
Tomorrow, I'll
sound
bring
system.
this up.
tomorrow I'm gonna go. You can see that
Therapy.
fucking AT&T commercial. What the fuck?
It'd be nice to set up the sound system and people be like, oh, I wonder what's going on. He's finally grabbed the mic and you're like, you fucking quit. You know, it's like, oh, what the fuck, man? Hey,
You should lure people
hey.
in with some
Yeah.
music or something good. Going, everyone, there's a live stand-up show in 1 hour. Like, I'm just kidding. God sent me here to call college kids gay.
That'd be nice to set one of those up, but people can't even tell where you're coming from.
Mm.
Like one day you
Rogue
sports gay
speaker.
guys. Yeah, just an
Should just set
absolute.
up rogue speakers and talk from your car.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And just go nuts,
It's
dude.
actually really fun.
Yeah, like
be
a
a lot
block
of fun.
Someone
away.
walking by me like, you fucking gay.
Fucking
Yeah.
pussy.
You're so gay. Nice pants, fucking pussy. Just like the guy in a park.
Fuck is that?
Could
Get
you?
out
You
here.
could definitely put a
You
put a
put a
speaker.
fucking speaker, a Bluetooth speaker up in a
Underneath the
tree.
park
Put it
bench?
up in a tree.
Oh my
You
god.
just rain down on people.
Yeah.
Just got a nice wife, you fucking dumb, ugly bitch.
Yeah. This is what a practical joker should be. Guys, all jokes aside, though, we should do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really fucking
Really
funny.
funny.
It would just be, don't even film it. Just have a fun time with it.
just a fat. You're just walking like, oh man.
And someone sits down like, oh, the bench felt that one. God damn. Hey, because you'd be so mad, but you'd have no target. You'd just be like,
Shut up, tree.
shut the fuck up, knock it off.
Fucking maple
Hey.
ass.
That'd be so funny because people would try to find the speaker.
Oh yeah.
So you'd have
Oh, yeah.
people like scrambling up trees to be like, I'm gonna get the speaker out of there.
You're not
Yeah,
climbing
try
up
to
here, you
climb
fat
it.
fuck.
Climb it, you fucking dork.
If they fell, you just hear laughing.
If they get one, you just have another synced up. You fucking Bluetooth to that one. Like, you dumb fucking pussies. Like,
This is good. I like this.
it's a great idea.
Yeah.
I had an idea today that I want to do where I just start starting a voice memo. Whenever I order Uber Eats, just try to keep the Uber Eats guy on my porch as long as possible. And like, if someone stays for 10 minutes, I'll just like, and I'll give him like $100. Like, dude, you won. If
You
they
won
stay and they have a 10-minute conversation, then they win $100. It's just an unknowing game show, right? Try to keep
You're gonna
somebody
make some weird friends.
in conversation.
Those guys are probably looking for pals.
How's business going? Yeah. It's up.
Oh,
Traffic.
it's awesome. I made a new friend today.
I'm back to happy to chat on Uber, man. I got off it for a while. No, I got to be honest. I got to be true to myself. I am happy to chat. Dude, I wish I could. I don't, when people say that, I truly don't understand where they're coming from.
I'm quiet preferred myself. I'm also quiet preferred for other riders that are with me. I want
You're
everyone
doing
to be
Uber pool
quiet.
still?
I feel bad. No, I'm just saying if the three of us got in an Uber and people were talking, I'd be like,
You want to
let's
go
be
quiet?
quiet. We're in a guy's fucking car.
I feel like you got to, if you're in the front, there's a four passenger.
Yeah, you gotta
you're in
talk
the front.
to the guy.
You gotta.
You gotta go.
Gotta
Where
talk.
you, Nigeria. Oh, where are you from? Lagos?
Yeah.
He goes, yeah. You go, yeah. Fuck
That's
that.
about it. That's all my knowledge.
This is as far as I got.
And then everyone's having a fun conversation in the back. Like, God, what are you?
That's so
I
funny.
wish I was back there. You go, what? What are you guys laughing at?
Yeah, I talked to a guy on the way home. I was at Josh's actually. I was at Josh's studio, and I came back, and dude, this guy, it might have been the best conversation. He was an old retired Puerto Rican guy who was a New York City cop.
He's a retired Puerto Rican.
Retired Puerto Rican. He retired.
Retired from being Puerto Rican.
Dude, he was a
Guatemala,
cop in New York City for like 40 years, and he just like owns apartment like property and stuff.
Yeah.
And he was like, he has this pretty thick. I was like, honestly, like, bro, how the fuck are you? He has such a thick accent that I was like, damn, that would have interfered with being a cop a little bit.
Probably not in New York.
I guess
Yeah.
not, dude. But he
Gun
was. We were just talking back and forth, and then he said something. He's like, man, as long as your family's happy, fuck. he didn't know how to say fuck it, so he's like, man, fuck. I was
That's
like,
awesome.
I can't stop thinking about it. I say it all the time. Oh man, fuck.
And he was telling you, and I get it because I did the same thing when I drove 3 or 4 Ubers myself.
Yeah.
You tell him, you go, I'm actually doing other things. As soon as someone gets in my car, I'm like, I do stand-up comedy.
Yo, everyone does
I'm
that.
not, I'm not just an Uber driver.
He was actually stoked on Uber. He's like, yo, I fucking love it, man. He's like, I make fucking 7 G's a month on my apartment in New York. He bought an apartment in New York in like probably 1975.
Damn.
So he has like an apartment. He's like, I rent it out for $7,000 a month. It's crazy, man.
Fuck.
Fuck. He was old as shit. He was so fucking funny. But yeah, it was nice. I'm back on. I'm like, I flipped on. I'm like, I am happy
It's time
to
to
chat.
talk.
Why am I trying to act like it? Because it is.
You're happy to chat.
More people I see are like, dude, I don't want to talk at all. And it's like, bro, I want to talk.
You're happy to chat.
I want to know. I want to know what's up. And it is funny when they see it and they're like,
Yeah.
yo, how are the girls? The girls are good. Like, yeah, dude, I fucking love the girls. That's what I want to do. I want to get a guy on my porch, Paul's obviously.
Yeah.
Or go in an Uber and then just try the same conversation every time. I go, yeah, dude, you fucking, how about these girls?
The girls down here.
And then see where I can get people to
Yeah,
go.
they'll
You
go.
can get them
Like,
started up.
dude,
Uber
get a guy
drivers?
from like Algeria and be like, bro, how about girls?
How about the girls? The girls in Austin.
Yo,
You
yeah.
get the Uber drivers going on these girls.
There's a moment too if
Yeah.
you stop at a red light and they pass in like short shorts or whatever. And
Yeah.
you're like, I know you're thinking it.
I've
also
been in
thinking
several
it.
of those
Yeah.
Ubers
Yeah.
where you haven't talked the entire time, and then a hot girl comes by and you just hear the driver like,
Yep.
and you're both like, yeah, you just both have
Yeah,
to go,
someone's gotta break the
hell
silence with a nice
hell yeah.
right.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to be like, bro, I bet you're pretty horny for those girls. Bro, I bet you're pretty horny for those girls. Hitting a guy from like
And
Sudan.
they'd be like, yeah,
Yeah, they would get into
I'm
it.
so horny.
Like, bro, I'm getting charged as a fuck.
You gotta let me out right here. I'm not chase them down.
What would you do if you were back home? Oh, you don't. No, it's a trap.
JK.
That's so fun. Yeah, it's a nice one.
They're eager to talk girls.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
The Uber drivers,
Universal
they're
language.
eager to talk. I'll tell you what, you run into some stinky Ubers down here in Austin.
Do you really?
Especially summertime, it's hot in
Yeah.
those cars. You get some stinky Ubers, dude.
Yeah. Is this where it smells like where you're from?
Stinky Ubers down here. That's that heat. The Texas sun
I
gets in
think
the
I caught
car.
one. I caught one once, and I was in there with Brittany, and we were both just like, bro,
Yeah,
it was.
I caught
it
some
was tough.
fart mobiles.
I caught a fart in an Uber one time. I was
Fart
none too
mobiles.
pleased.
Yeah, it's fucking
If I,
bullshit.
if I want to fart, that's my business. I'm the passenger. But
If I want to pay $5 to get in your car and fart,
yeah, you
That's my
commission.
right.
You commission the
you
coach.
commission the fart.
Yeah. You ever have them stop for
You
gas? You
commission to this piece of art.
ever have them stop for gas while you're driving?
I've never had them stop for gas.
I've had it twice. Once though was Sunday morning. The night before, Monday morning. The night before, I just made an incendiary post about the death of Kobe Bryant.
Oh,
And didn't quite know how bad it was going to get. Me and Adrian are driving to the airport. This black guy's driving, and he goes, "I just got to pull over here for a second." Gets out of his car
shit.
and just leaves. And we were like, "Dude, this is it. I've already been doxxed."
Yeah.
I'm like, "This is it." And I was like, "Just stay here." She goes, "Dude, this is bad." I'm like, "I don't know." She's like, we're
What did he
paying
do?
Uber.
What happened?
He comes back like 5 minutes later.
Yeah.
A while. He goes, "Yeah, I had diarrhea."
Oh,
Yeah, he didn't know me.
yeah. Sick.
Yeah.
I had a hero of an Uber driver here. He got a flat tire on the way to the airport. And I
What?
was like, bro, I'm going to miss this flight. I have a show tonight.
Gotta
And
go.
he just plowed through a flat tire.
What?
You rode a flat tire
Peace.
the whole way to the airport for me.
That's a $2 tip.
It was, yeah. he was a hero. 4 stars.
you can
was
run on
delayed.
a flat for a while.
Yeah, he did.
I did the sports stadiums all the way up to our house in West Philly one time on a flat. You can ride on that thing.
You can.
I did it. That's
This
what
was
is
an
that?
Indian man. He was an Indian hero for me.
What a beast, martyr.
He was
Martyr.
awesome.
Yeah, he martyred himself for you.
Damn, dude.
He understood. He was like, you have to work.
Stepped out of the Odyssey.
Nothing's more important.
Yeah, he's like,
What
all
was he
right,
pushing?
I'll do it. I forget.
Damn,
I
that's
forget what he
crazy.
was pushing.
Damn.
But
Does that mean driving?
yeah,
Push
Okay,
the
cool.
minivan.
He's pushing the whip.
Push the minivan
I
to
do
its
believe it
limits,
might have been
bro.
a Honda Odyssey. It was a classic Indian.
Oh yeah, love that Odyssey.
They love a nice Honda Odyssey.
I for real do get like
Honda
sad.
Odysseys fucking rule, by the way.
Dude, they're
do.
awesome.
The Indians are right.
That's a fuck car.
I want one. I want a minivan so bad, but I always feel bad when you get
Andy's
into like
pulling out.
True, I could create the conditions for this minivan right now.
That minivan would be cool. Station wagon would be cool.
Station wagons, yeah, they're pretty sick actually.
It's so kind of too intentional now. Minivan, you can still get away with like, I'm not trying to be difficult.
Yeah, true. Station wagons actually are kind of a bonkers car. What the fuck is the point of it? It's like a 6-seater sedan.
Just put kids in the trunk.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
I
what it
don't
was
think they
for.
still flip the kids backwards like that. Though.
Backward seat was.
Backward seat was tough. Just
So
nausea.
tight. It was like being on a roller coaster.
No, it was the best.
It was
I
the
loved
best.
it back.
I loved it, dude. A quick little.
Waving
Yeah.
at people.
What
Yeah.
do you think of that?
Mom won't know.
Get caught,
Yeah.
cry, scream, cry from the back. Your mom or dad sees you out of the reflection. What'd you just do?
Hey!
I kept doing that to the blind guy at Matt's show on one of the shows.
I had a good. I think the blind guy was at 2. I had
He
a
was
nice
at 2.
blind bro come out.
Nice.
We all
Blind.
took
Man.
pictures, and he was
TJ's
like
dead.
90 degrees rotated away from where the camera. It was so fucking funny. It was a boy. It was a guy and his
It
dad,
was
right?
TJ and his dad.
Yeah.
Because they stayed at the same hotel as me and we got snowed in together. We
Because you
made
guys got a
friends.
little freaky.
No, we did not.
Oh,
feel
yeah, it was a
freaky.
blizzard party.
No, it was platonic.
It was a blizzard
But I
party.
did keep flipping off the dad just
Took a
secretly.
blind boy to the candy shop.
Damn, you got
didn't
freaky
you?
with his. It was his blind father.
No.
I was a blind father.
Yeah, you got a little
Blind
freaky with his
daddy.
blind father.
Yeah. Oh, no.
You got freaky with the blind daddy in Atlanta.
Blizzard
No, I
party.
didn't. No.
Until Lemaire's a blizzard party. He goes, DQ.
Yeah, he was. They were good bros.
They were the best, yeah.
It was a father. He was blind, and his son, and like they were in the front row, and like just watching a blind guy just like smiling during. It was just very. I like
That's
took a lot of
awesome.
pleasure.
Just
in that.
looking
at
at
the
the
Just
ceiling.
watching him, like look off into kind of space and smile. I was just like fuck
Watching
it.
with their ear.
Yeah, that was. It was kind of pumping me up. Yeah, he was a good bro. They were. That was fun, man. It was a lot of fun there.
That was
Where was that?
Atlanta Helium. It's
Oh,
near.
right.
Yeah,
It's
fun club.
very fun. But
Guaranteed.
I don't know. The blind guy was pumping me up.
Yeah, that'll pump you up.
Yeah, that was just watching just a blind. It was like I can't do it.
I haven't run into it. Dude, there was like a streak where I was getting special needs full tables.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, I was doing clubs. And yeah, I think there was a time where that was like a fun activity.
Yeah, yeah.
We're going to bring the guys out.
The guys needed to go.
The guys needed to go out.
How special? Full special?
Full special.
So you're getting full, and obviously they're getting front row.
It
treatment.
happened like 3 different times when I
What?
was starting, yeah. Special guy, one guy's a special needs guy at Punchline in Philly got me.
Got you.
Oh,
He had
you
like
were
a
like-
full sneeze attack, and it was Punchline Philly where the stage jutted out. So it was behind me kind of. And I was just like, shut the fuck up. Because he sneezed 40 times.
Yeah.
I was like, what are you doing? Shut up. And he was like, I'm so sorry. I was like, oh.
Oh.
And then I looked at the crowd. And I was like, I didn't know he had. And that made it worse. I was like, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I didn't know he was fucked up.
Oh.
We had a
Yeah.
guy at the store once, and he came in with his dad, was like his caretaker, but he wasn't like special needs. He was like fully like Belial, but to the 10th
Yeah.
degree. And every time he laughed, he'd go, one comic after another was not told.
Yeah, it was just like,
So
who
they
the
were just
fuck
like,
is
what
that?
the fuck is wrong with you? Dumb fuck, but the crowd all knew. So everyone was like, what? Stop.
I've told that story 1,000 times, but
It's so funny. Though.
there was a table of special needs guys at Magoob's.
Goobies, Timonium.
And one of the ladies that was, I guess, a caretaker for the gang was leading one of the boys out to the bathroom. So I just, from my perspective, it looked like a guy that was hammered. And he was holding onto the back of her jacket to get to the bathroom. And I was like, yo, how fucked up is that guy? Holy shit.
You couldn't see his face.
I was like, look how fucked up that guy is. And the whole crowd was ignoring it.
Yeah.
And like, I was like, oh, all right, whatever. And then I kept doing my set. And then I saw him come back in. And this time the light, I could see his face.
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh.
that's why you guys weren't laughing.
Oh.
My bad on that. And then I followed him and he went back to a table fully of just special needs people. And I was like,
It's when you're like,
my
should I-
bad to the gang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you even mention it, you got to be like, I shouldn't even talk about it. I should just move on. I should just take the L and move on.
I caught a one-armed man one time. I thought the guy was just like had his arm in his shirt. And I like stopped and I'm like,
Where's your arm?
I'm like, bro, you take your arm out of your shirt, you fucking dumbass. And he just like looked at me and it was like,
The rudest
I was
thing you
like,
could possibly
oh,
say to him.
shit.
He
I was
goes,
like,
I'm
what
still
the
in
fuck
therapy
you-
for this.
I thought he had his arm in his shirt and was just I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Get your arm out of your shirt. And he was like, oh, and his like, girlfriend was looking at me like shaking her head. And I was like, oh shit, dude, you don't have an arm, my bad. And he was just like, he was a good sport about it.
Yeah.
But I was like, what the fuck? I felt so dumb.
I was doing a This Not Happening show at the store in Hollywood, in LA, and this guy just kept heckling. He was annoying as fuck.
Yeah.
Regular guy. And eventually I'm like, hey, just shut up. And eventually I was like, dude, you got to get the fuck out. Just go. And he's like, fuck you. I was your fan. I'm like, go, get out. And then he starts tying his leg on. He's like, it was like, he had to like lace it up. Get it on there. So it was like, took way longer.
Yeah.
And I like felt bad, but also like, you are messing up the show for no reason. Like,
Yeah, you can't act like that just
Yeah,
because you're
hop.
tying your leg on.
hop out. Fix it
Yeah,
later.
get out of here, dude. Yeah, so he's tying it up. He's like, get another thing. Fucking just putting it up.
Over under to the woods.
You guys ever run into any of those? No, any of those types of examples.
No, I don't think so. Besides the blind guy,
Blind guy's nice though.
That's nice.
I flipped him off a
Dude,
lot during the
Gardini
set.
had a guy in California. This was maybe the weirdest
the
thing I've ever
diaper
seen.
man. Yeah, we never talked
We were in
about the
Irvine,
diaper man.
and there's a guy sitting in the very front row of the Irvine Improv, and he was fucking with the host a lot. He's fucking with John, the host, and it's like the first guy's on, and there's a guy in the front row who would like he had a bag of shit with him. So he'd put on one hat and like switch and put another hat on real quick. It was
He was,
so
he
funny.
was so
really
awesome.
weird. Heckle
He
twice.
was the coolest guy.
He was for real the man. He was having so much fun.
And he was heckling or just changing?
Kind of. He was just-
changing outfits.
He just kept changing his hat. He had like 6 different hats on. And he had a
and he was
plastic
doing it during someone's set.
Yes, and he was at the very front. Like you turn around.
Don't fuck me. If he was timing it to where the comedian wasn't looking,
Yeah.
that'd be the funniest fucking
We were
thing.
just
So-
watching
You'd
behind.
see the comedian once or twice and be like, what? After, like, the third
We could
time.
watch the screen in the green room, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And eventually, the comedian said something to him, and then the dude took out one of those barf bags, pulled it all the way up, and sat it on his head, and it just stood perfectly. The crowd all started laughing.
Dude, he was
on fire.
crushing.
And then anytime he laughed, he would go,
Dude, he would be like,
love this
"That's
guy."
rich." He loved it. He'd be like, "You're the best."
Yeah,
he was like having the best
ruled.
time ever.
But he just was like
But
so.
it was very disruptive.
He was so
Yeah.
disruptive, but he was having so much fun, and he was just nuts. And he was huge, dude.
He was a big fat guy.
Dude, he
It
was
like
he was
Chief
just tall.
from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's.
Yeah, dude, he
He
was
had
just,
like
like,
a full gray
tall-
sweatsuit on, which we didn't know why.
Dude, so
at
then
the
yeah,
time.
well, we found out, but then Sean goes up.
Schizophrenic, man.
Why?
I don't know. I maybe.
a jump
It's a
gun.
schizophrenic uniform.
Well, it is.
The gray sweatsuit is.
He was in
Yeah.
on a
Like what
5150 at
Yeah,
the psych
he
ward
was being. He had just got released from being involuntarily
there.
held.
and came straight to the
But
Irvine.
he was like, other
I need
than
to
like
laugh.
putting on different hats, he was just seemed like a weird, kind of eccentric dude. Apparently, he's a local legend in Irvine, but he's this giant guy and he's pretty jolly.
guy rules.
Dude,
He's
so
awesome.
Gardini, he gets up to go to the bathroom, and Gardini's like, "What do you got to go change your diaper?" And the dude stands up with his gray sweatpants and just goes, "Whoo!" Hikes his pants down. He was in fact wearing a diaper.
It was
Wow.
crazy, and he
It
showed
was-
it to
it
the
was
whole
insane.
crowd.
In
And
front of
then
the whole crowd.
They kicked him out, which
Yeah,
kinda
yeah.
sucked.
Yeah, you can't show a diaper.
He showed his diaper.
It was nuts.
The
And
rules
then-
are on
clear.
adult, really.
Well,
Those
we
are
caught
clear.
up to
Really
him
harsh
afterwards.
was
We
allowed.
caught up to him afterwards.
He
That's
was,
when he
was
revealed.
waiting for the bus.
He was on a
after the
bench.
show.
Oh
He
my
revealed
God.
he kept trying to matchmake Sean and like the other guy with his daughters.
They're beautiful.
They're beautiful, but they're tall. His daughters
Too
are
tall
very
for me.
tall, but beautiful.
Awesome.
Showing pics, like, dude.
Also, they're being pimped at you by a father. It's not the biggest turn on.
you crazy daddy. He's-
Yo, the dude rules. I forget his name, but he is. Apparently, people were like, "Yeah, that's like an Irvine legend." He's a giant man
I love that
who just
guy.
corners you in sweatpants and is like, "Yeah, I just got out of the fucking psych ward. I'm just trying to have some fun. I'm trying to have some fun."
He was drinking a martini in a full gray sweatsuit
Wow.
with a whole tote bag of just all of his clothes that he got out of the psych ward.
That's
He
awesome.
came straight from the joint, dude. It was insane.
He was awesome.
He did rule. I do love that guy. You guys have a nice picture together.
We do have a nice picture together.
I'd like to see this photo.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can
He's
find
huge.
it
I'll
for you.
find it. He's a massive, massive man who wears a diaper unashamedly.
I think he might have been. I don't know if he wears it when he's not
I think. Yeah, I
just
think it was,
admitted from the site.
I mean, you think you take that thing right off?
I think he's like can I trust myself?
It is a fresh diaper.
And also to get that diaper on, he must have committed some heinous crimes.
He was very
If
with
he was in the
it,
ward,
dude.
he probably was dumping,
Well,
smearing.
he told us it was a
Could've-
51-50,
probably
which
smearing
is
dumps.
you're
Good
going to
point.
kill somebody or yourself.
Danger to
That's-
yourself or
that's what
others.
He said he got admitted for.
Yeah, he was a wild bro.
51-50.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like
I
him.
had to do that to
But
somebody
he
once.
was
I took his
probably
phone
the
number
chillest
down.
guy.
He even
ever,
said,
yeah.
he goes, he's like, I want to come to you, blah blah blah. He's like, just take my number. If you give me yours, he's like, I'll never stop calling you. He's kind of self aware, and I was like,
Yeah, that's
thanks, man.
nice.
That's fucking nice. See if I can find this guy.
I could find it.
I'm going to call you nonstop if you give me that number.
It's pretty honest.
You know, he didn't end up coming though. He said he was going to come to Atlanta.
Yeah, well, he didn't even know where it was though.
That's a guy that makes a lot of promises. He didn't know where Atlanta was?
No, he didn't know. He couldn't. No way he could have found Alpharetta and stuff.
Yeah, he wasn't going to find out.
Oh, I
I'll
have
have
it
to
here.
dig and find that. I can't. If I try to find that now, I'll be silent for like 5
I
minutes.
got it.
You had the pick?
Yeah, I'll text it to you, Shane.
Dice gave his number to somebody once. He was like, met a fan, whatever. He was like, let's exchange numbers. I'll call you. And Dice was like, whatever. But then he's like, okay. And then Dice just started harassing this guy at work. He just kept calling him. Eventually,
What are
he's
you
like, dude, I gotta
doing?
work. This is 20
You're
years
at
ago. So
work.
he's like, so what's happening? They just like keep him on. He's like, I gotta go to work. He called back 10 minutes later.
That's really funny.
Yeah, but just for
To
nothing.
harass the guy.
Yeah. That's what you get. That's what you wanted? You want to
Yeah.
be friends? Good luck.
Having Dice on your ass would be so fucking fun.
Dice will kill you, dude.
The first phone call
Yeah.
you get, like, this is sweet.
Yeah.
And then
Dice walked straight into the green room the other night. Just big shot, huh? Hey, Shane, I'm trying to talk to you. Just, I was like, oh, great, thank you.
It's such a funny move.
Oh, this guy's awesome.
Yeah. He was
wow, he's a
he's a
giant.
giant, man.
It's like Sam Talent.
He does.
He's very friendly, man.
He's so happy looking.
He was for real having the most fun.
He's
I felt
diped
bad.
up.
Typed up.
Yeah, he's the man. That's
Felt bad he had to leave.
guarantee.
He was
It's kind of
having.
like Everlast.
I mean, dude, doing double hang looses every time you're on stage and someone's going,
Yeah, that'll fire you up.
it's like,
Yeah.
dude, thank you.
Yeah,
man.
yeah, I'm killing.
Just
the
nourishing
happiest
you.
man ever.
I love a hang loose.
Man, it's a man just nourishing you. The martini was a nice touch, though.
Martini at a
Nice
comedy
martini.
club.
Giant hands and a tiny
sweatsuit,
martini glass.
yeah.
Yeah, sweatsuit. The dude was for real. Crushed it.
Forcing a waitress to walk through a crowd with a martini. It's just like, what a power move.
And his move is to just constantly change hats.
Yeah. I mean, the hat change
He had a
was
whole
crazy.
wardrobe that he was just like glasses, hats. He left his wallet when they kicked him out. I had to
Oh.
give it to the server person.
He was
give him
living.
his wallet back.
He was for sure living.
Yeah.
He was the man, though. I don't mean to disparage him.
No, we support him here.
I support
That's
him.
literally what he did. We were singing his song.
Yep, he's cool. That's the Gardini guarantee.
But yeah.
I'm loving this guarantee. Zendini's.
What do you think about Notre Dame, Ohio State? Guard dog, you give me a guarantee here.
I think the Irish are going to win.
Is that a Gardini guarantee?
That is a Gardini guarantee.
Oh, that
Let's
changes
look
how I felt about this.
That'd be cool. I hope they win, man.
I hope they do. I'm going to be there. I'm going to bring Philip.
Nice.
Me and Philip are going to watch Notre Dame get fucking run out of the.
What do you guys? What would you guys do if they won though? Like, what the fuck would you guys? Do?
I would swear to God, I would get emotional.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
get a what?
I would cry.
Oh, you get emotional. Yeah.
I'll try not to. I hope I don't. That'd be really embarrassing.
You got to read Bill Simmons had
might.
an article about
With my paw,
If your paw looked at you,
me
yeah.
and my paw are going to hug. We'll embrace if Notre Dame wins.
Have you
Yeah.
seen him win in your lifetime?
No.
Bill Simmons wrote an article about the Patriots' first title run, and then they barely got wild card, went all the way through,
Yeah.
won. And he's like, it's the first time I'm sent to the Super Bowl for my job, and it's my team. We're always losers. And then he gets it's just the party, but he sees a guy with a Patriots jersey on a bench, just kind of like drunk, like later,
Yeah.
and just like this, but just like smiling. He's
Yeah.
like, I get it, man.
I've been on the other end of that, drunk on a bench after a game so many times. Just how come not us? Come on.
How long does it take to process the
Give us
loss?
one. A loss?
To get the loss out of your system,
Sometimes
It's
years.
quick.
you gotta
dude.
sleep on it.
Oh, how long does it linger?
Yeah,
It can linger.
I'm
Really?
I've had a
still mad
couple
at the
linger.
Astros.
I've had a couple linger for like 3-4 days.
that's all. It's kind of awesome to get like.
It is, but you never win. So it always eventually ends with a lingering loss.
Yeah, true.
A man's testosterone drops noticeably, legitimately,
When
scientifically.
the team loses.
Yeah, when their team loses.
God damn. It is crazy how there are dudes that like. There's like a pretty big swath of the population that will like hit their wife if their team loses.
Yep.
It's
just
just
like-
the gambling. When you
Yeah.
toss in the gambling,
The
it's like
gambling's where it really comes.
yeah, there's dudes who it's crazy to lose at gambling and just be like, yeah.
You gotta get
it's
somebody. There's only one other person in the
They're
house.
on the
You gotta
fence.
get
They got
W.
one little talk back.
Yeah.
And you're like, that's not today.
Yeah. We're going to my parents on Wednesday. You go,
Right.
yeah.
Half a fucking point. Yeah, that shit's
Nate,
fucking.
you understand. You've taken some L's.
That's all. That's all.
I still think for some reason the Sixers lost to Toronto really hurt.
Yeah, no, that one was devastating.
I
The
don't even love
Kawhi
the
shot?
Sixers, but
Kawhi
that
shot.
fucking sucked.
No,
Because
that one
that was the
hurt.
first, like, we got a chance now.
Eagles Chiefs really
Devastating.
fucking made me. I didn't watch the game for a year. I never watched a highlight from that game.
That one was devastating.
That was
I went
devastating.
down to Philly. I was so ready to just break shit. I was ready.
Yeah.
Just rage room.
Yeah, like we had them. Just fucking set them off.
Does Philly have any hope? Any title
Yeah.
hope? The Eagles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Very
for
hot.
sure. I heard they're very good.
Good shot.
Nice.
Dude, I made a big regret. I was playing Helium in the year they're in the Super Bowl. And then somebody was like, the radio guys, the Preston and Steve, yeah, they're like, if you want to get into Xfinity, I didn't know what Xfinity kind of was yet.
Did you go to Xfinity?
It was raining and I didn't. And I was like, I want to see some riots. They were greasing the poles, and it's a massive mistake on my part. They did
Wait, was it the year they won?
Foles one, yeah.
Oh, you were.
Oh, I was there.
I was
when
in
the Phillies
Philly.
won?
Not the Phillies.
Oh,
the
the
Eagles.
Phillies
When
was
the
a riot.
Eagles won the Super Bowl, that was.
I had a button-down shirt on halfway through my set. It was a Saturday. I like, it's too hot. Sorry, I got to. And it just said, "Fuck the Patriots." And I was like, yes! And I was like, I should have stayed.
I had the sickest thing fucking planned on Friday. I think it was Texas, Ohio State, and I was going. The show started at halftime, and so everyone in the arena is like worried about the Texas Ohio State score.
Yeah.
And I had I put my phone on the stool and I was just updating the score throughout the game.
That's nice.
But I had them before I went on. I was like, would it be cool if I put the game on the jumbotron? And they're like, that's illegal, but yeah, we'll do it.
While you're on,
So while I was on, I was keeping an eye on the score, and if it was close with like 2 minutes left, I was going to be like, let's just take a break and put it on the screen.
That'd be so.
Right when I went to check when there was 2 minutes left, Texas was driving to tie the game. And they fumbled the ball, and Ohio State scooped and scored it, 80 yards. And that's like how I ended the set. I was like, "Hey, bad news, guys! Ohio State just scoop and score. So 2 minutes left. You guys lost.
that's
anyway."
bold. I'd be like, my internet's not working.
I did Houston. I was doing the Houston Improv when the Astros won the World Series, and I did the same thing. I was like, lower the projectors, put the game on. I timed it perfectly for the fucking final out. Place went
Damn.
fucking insane. I was like, all right, back to the show. Get the projectors
Wow,
up.
smart.
awesome.
That's
Good move.
cool.
You know, it'd be nice too if you're following and you like they obviously lost bad, but you could be like, "Oh my god, they just
Yeah.
rallied!" Get the huge cheer.
That
be
was
like,
the plan.
That's for me. Thank you guys.
And then go put it on the jumbotron, and it's just confetti coming down on Ohio State. Go, that's all my time. Fuck
Yeah.
you, losers.
And it's like, oh, yeah, why has Ohio State been good sports about it? And you're like,
Ohio
oh,
State
fucking
seems real
shame.
happy.
Yeah.
so fucking funny. That's a nice move, though.
I was so
That's
excited.
a nice
I was
move.
literally thinking about the entire set. I
That's
was
so
like-
the
I
opposite
was
of
like, they're gonna go nuts. This
Yeah.
is gonna be the coolest moment.
Yeah, it is awesome.
And then I kept checking, and I was like, fuck, they lost.
Fuck, dude.
it's so the opposite of the bar shows where they have the game behind
Yeah.
you and like,
I
can you turn
know.
those off? They go, no. I'm like, come on.
It'd be nice to do a bar show and just be like, "Yeah, I asked them to put that shit on there, man."
It's like the power.
Turn it on. I figured we'd enjoy the game together. It's the third quarter. Go, yeah, we're gonna sit for a while.
I love some of those markets where they're just like, start the show. They're like, it's like third period. And then you're
Yeah.
like, so we can just start. They're like, that's a bad idea. Let's just wait till the game's over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get the willies thinking about like just going up at a bar. Like that was crazy doing bar shows and just
insane.
bothering people and be like, "Oh, I was fucking jerking off. Shut the fuck up, bitch. I'm trying to fucking."
Yeah,
I'm trying to get laid here.
We had some rough bars.
Yeah.
Where me and Nate came from the fire. We came from hell.
Remember Angie's?
Angie, no one
Trucker
even-
bar.
There's a trucker like diner. It was a fucking diner, and no one even knew it. They were like, "What the fuck is stand-up comedy?"
Oh, man.
It's not like we were in like a city.
Yeah.
It was just a truck stop.
Just dudes
And then
yelling
fucking
from like the
15
diner.
fat weirdos showed up with a fucking karaoke machine and did stand up. 15 dudes got on stage and talked about jacking off for 3 hours while truckers were
fuck
trying
is
to
this?
eat fucking turkey, eat mashed potatoes.
The good old
Yeah,
days.
that was fun.
It's also
Inevitably, one of the truckers would hop up and say the N-word. We'd all go, hey, get out of here.
It is crazy though. If you're a trucker, you're on like an 18-hour run. Maybe you stop off and like do some gay stuff at a rest stop, and you're just like eating your mashed potatoes. Like, all right, forget about that. Out of nowhere, like some fat kid steps up. He's like, "Oh, I fucking crumbed all over me." Like, you're like, dude, am I hallucinating this right now?
It was people. Yeah, people would. A lot of times, people would be like sitting at like a diner bar like table and be like, "Hey, shut up." Your set could be going well, and somebody in the back of the room would be like, "Hey, shut the fuck up over there."
Then you get defensive, and there's nothing worse to being on stage defensive. We didn't have the like.
You don't have anything to
You were
say.
like, I was doing good. You don't know better. It's like,
Yeah,
I
drive home.
got heckled. I had a terrible heckle once in Baltimore. I was doing it was like a pool hall.
Oh,
And there was just a cool black guy playing pool while I was on stage. And he was like, man, you fucking suck. And I was just like, yeah, whatever. Fucking pool's gay. Dude, I had nothing. He was killing me from the back of the room, and everyone was laughing with him. Like, fuck.
Chris Cotton took like a long time ago. Chris Cotton, RIP, took me. I believe it was Chris Cotton. Took me to a bar in like the hood in Southwest Philly and was like, "We're gonna do stand up here, just me and you tonight." We had to like walk through like metal detectors and shit. I mean, it was the same thing. It was just like cool black guys in the hood playing pool, and Cotton just like battled them, dude. And I think I went up a little bit, and I think I just literally blacked out the memory. I don't know how it went. And in my head, I'm like, I think I killed. And I'm like, I definitely did it. And then he went up and just battled these dudes. He's like, all right, we got to get the fuck out.
It's funny. I thought I killed in so many of these shows. It must have been terrible.
But is that killing for what your level was?
Yeah, just killing. I got like 3 laughs from a guy eating dinner.
Yeah.
Guy chuckled and was like, hey, you're pretty funny.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, I
Fuck yeah.
kind of murdered actually. Yeah. Smashed that diner.
Yeah, I'm hosting a show in York in 3 months. Just so if you want to stop by. I have a show in Lancaster in 4 fucking months from now. Circled on the calendar. I'm nervous about it right now.
They want me
I'm
to do
opening for
15
Raymond the
minutes.
Amish Comic.
It was an Amish comic?
4 months.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
Raymond
was
the
the
Amish
Amish
Comic.
comic.
He was actually fucking nice.
I heard he was kind
He
of
was nice. He killed.
sick with it.
He murdered.
I opened for Comedy Magicians a lot. That was my
They murdered. They were funny as fuck.
bro.
Doing bad magic tricks.
It's
Wow.
crazy.
It's really
Fucking up
funny.
on purpose.
Gemini.
Oh, ghost know it.
Gemini was so nice. Gemini the
Was
magician.
Gemini an old guy?
He's up there. He was old back then, and he had like a wrapped like little. He had like a little like fucking punch buggy type car wrapped, which is like Gemini the magician. He would come out and be so obviously drunk. It was so funny.
Yeah.
So fucking funny. And he would murder though. He would do like the Armenian church something. And
Yeah.
he would I would go out there bomb, and he'd be like, "Come on, watch out, kid."
Get out of the way, kid.
And I'm like, "Yeah, I got a bird in my pot."
What a saver.
Does he do it? Fuck! I gotta get my fucking car wrapped. I'm not thinking.
Well,
Goddamn.
I think we've done it again.
I think we did do it.
Oops. Go watch Arch Fear's special on Netflix.
Yes.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
America's sweetheart.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Ari.
Thanks for having me, guys. This
Thank
is
you,
lovely.
fellas.
Later.
What a lovely evening.
It's nice to see you guys are doing so well and not devoting any of it to lighting.
We will never change, dude. We got a nice camera, and I'm kind of mad about it.
You got a nice. Oh yeah.
I like our bad stuff. Anyway, I want it bad.
Yeah, you did a great job of getting a shitty aesthetic and just running it. Like it goes with us.
Keep getting wicked filters on there.
Wow, wow, Wes.
Dr. Peter Attia, dude, thank you for coming. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for doing this. I'm really pumped. I read your book, so I'm kind of familiar with
thank
your
you so
stuff,
much.
and I kind of like what you're about.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for doing the podcast. And I guess I'll give you an introduction and correct me if I'm wrong. You were a medical doctor and you did cancer surgery, right?
A general surgery with a focus on cancer.
With the focus on cancer, and then you just kind of. I liked your origin story a lot, and so from what I remember in your book, you did this big swim, like it was like a marathon swim or something. And how far did you swim?
It was about 21 miles.
That's insane. So you did a 21-mile swim, and then, if I remember correctly, you were eating a cheeseburger in celebration. And your wife,
actually, that was a slightly longer swim, but yes. Now I know the story you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah, that honestly, dude, that made me laugh so hard that you did like a what?
I think that was like 25 miles or something.
25-mile swim. You go out to have a cheeseburger and I believe a Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
And your wife more or less was like, "You're fat."
Yeah.
Dude, that's the best. And then it launched you, and then you just got the ultimate revenge. It started like a super successful business. How do you feel about
She was
that?
very sweet. She said, she didn't say you're fat. She goes, you need to work on being less, not thin.
That's worse though.
It's
I'd
so
rather
good.
someone be like, you fat ass, and be like, you need to be less, not thin. But you just swam 25 miles.
Yeah. Well,
That's wonderful though. That is good though to have a woman to push you to those heights. Because then is that really like the genesis of you kind of branching out into like?
I had actually already left medicine at that point. I had been out of medicine for 3 years. I was working at that time. God, what was I doing? I was working at an energy company, I think, or maybe I was in finance or something. I was like, I had nothing to do with medicine. But that was right around the time my daughter was born as well. And so I think that was kind of the 1-2 punch. It was sort of my daughter's born. And then I'm realizing actually like I'm not that healthy.
Yeah.
Even though I exercise a lot, I'm actually not that healthy. And that those two things were what kind of got me to be pretty obsessed with just trying to figure out how to not die prematurely.
The kids do that. I have a 2 and a 4-year-old, and that really kind of. I actually thought you'll find this interesting. I thought I was healthy. I was doing the all these apps. Like I did the one where you like mail your poop and all that stuff, and I did that. They came back like, dude, you're like 6 years younger biologically. I was like, this is awesome. I had the Aura thing. I had that going on, telling me I'm 7 years younger than my age. And then I took a blood panel. Dude, I'm like pre-diabetic.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, what the fuck, man? It was like, I thought I was like killing it. And I got it back and it was like, I literally just found out 2 days ago. So this timing couldn't be more perfect. What is it, A1C, I think it was? My A1C is like 5.7, which was like, but I did eat 2 bites of a pancake before my blood work, which you're not supposed to do.
Shouldn't impact the A1C.
Damn
though.
it, dude. I was fucking hoping that was the answer. Yeah, so that is kind of crazy because and again, I don't, I'm not the definition of fitness, but I'm not like, I thought I had the almost type 2 diabetes.
Well, it takes a while. Like no one wakes up diabetic, but also most people don't recognize that it's a 10-year journey for most people.
Really?
To get there, yeah.
So what? I have like four more years of pre-diabetes.
No, I mean, I think that's impossible to predict for any one person, but we definitely know that disease is so much more complicated than people, I think, historically have thought of it. People have historically said, well, I mean, type 2 diabetes is your pancreas can't make enough insulin, you can't get enough glucose out of your blood into the muscles, and eventually we just cut off some arbitrary number. We just say once you reach a certain level of blood glucose, then you have type 2 diabetes. But, to me, that's just not a great way to think about it. I think of it as a continuum and a spectrum. And pre-diabetes is a step along the way, but we also know that the lower your blood sugar, the better. So 5.7 is better than 5.8 is better than 5.9. But even though we would call you quote unquote normal at 5.6, I would argue 5 is much better than 5.6.
Gotcha. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
It was like for real joke because I was like dancing in the end zone on my wife because she is her biological age and I'm not rubbing it in, but it was like whatever. And I was like, I'm like 5 years older than her. So I was like her peer biologically. And I was laughing, I was
These biologic clocks things are such a scam. It is
I know.
incredible.
Well, dude,
I love
mine
it.
went
No, I
down.
love it. I love it.
Mine
It's
went down.
brilliant marketing.
It is
brilliant marketing.
Well, I woke up one day and I went like I lost half a year of my
Yeah.
biological age. I was like, what the fuck did I do? I like went into a panic. But yeah, so that was like a real revelation for me. I was like, holy shit, man, because my dad has type 2 diabetes. And I was like, yeah, that's on him. He eats ice cream all the time. I'm healthy. And I like got my blood work and I was like, son of a bitch. By the way, I'm just breaking this right now. I don't
This is
want to
breaking news.
This is breaking news.
This is like so timely.
I have and I was actually, it is very timely. And I have been leveraging it emotionally in my household, which is nice. Anytime my wife bothers me, I'm like, dude, I have pre-diabetes. This cortisol is going to mess up my insulin. So
I got a text message literally on the way over here from a buddy who just got a vasectomy yesterday. And we had recommended the urologist to him who was going to do it. So he goes, look, I just want to tell you, man, literally the best experience ever. The guy was incredible, so funny. He's got me draped like over the table. So like, he's like, there's a drape, like I'm laying on my back.
like
and
a
there's
C-section? They do they don't let you see?
Yeah, it's like you're sterile.
Okay.
They want to keep you sterile, right?
Gotcha.
And the guy walks in the room first time. He hasn't seen me. He doesn't see my face. He just sees my schlong and he goes, oh, I remember you. But he was like, but it was just all jokes. And he says today, he goes, look, honestly, zero pain at all. But don't tell my wife. I am going to milk this as 10 out of 10 pain
so
for
important.
another week.
So important.
Yeah.
So also the vasectomy, you can't ejaculate for like what, 7 days or something?
That's a good question. I don't know how many days.
Swear to God,
I don't know how
think
many
it's-
days. I don't know how
it's
many.
like 7. My friend did it. He
He had to hold off. Yeah.
7 whole days, and he said he went a little prematurely and said he had a little bit of pain. So So that's not good. But yeah, dude. So that was kind of crazy, man. Because I've been doing all the services because I haven't like been to a doctor in forever. Because I'm like, I go to it, and this is what I think was cool in your book. You have like, what was it, healthcare 2.0 versus like 3. What was the latest?
Yeah, medicine 2.0 versus medicine 3.0. Yeah.
So 3.0 is kind of where you're at. That's kind of more cutting edge. 2.0 is like a step up from like medieval humors and.
Yeah, but still important. I mean, we still want medicine 2.0. Medicine 2.0 will take care of a problem when it shows up.
Gotcha.
And if you're in a car accident, you break your leg, you get pneumonia, you want someone who knows how to deal with those problems. But it's a very different system from, hey, how do I take a guy whose hemoglobin A1C is 5.5, who everyone thinks is just perfect, but I think he's on the path to actually, being diabetic in 10 years. And why would I wait till he's staring down the door when I could just make the changes now?
Yeah, and that was kind of my beef with doctors. I would go there and they're like nice. I don't have anything against them, but I go there and they're just kind of like, yeah, cholesterol is good. And I'm like, this is all we're worried about? Like this is, and it's like, and then they lowered the window to like blood pressure. One day I went in there and they're like, oh, by the way, high blood pressure is lower now. And I'm like, okay. I didn't have a blood pressure problem, but it's like, I just feel like you go there and it's like, you're like a car. You go in and they check like 2 things. You're like, yeah, you're good. But so I really liked your book, how you're like, you want to check for more things and try to increase the health span, not just the lifespan, which I like. Because a lot of people are very unhealthy. Yeah. I thought I was a poster child for health, dude. I'm one of the suffering Americans. Just, I need Michelle Obama to come make me lunch, dude. I'm fucked up right now. So what are you working on right now? Because the book, has anything changed from the book? And again, correct me if I'm wrong, but the summary was like the 4 horsemen. That's the things that are the 4 leading causes of death. And there are what? Heart disease?
Cancer,
neurodegenerative
diseases, and dementing diseases like Alzheimer's disease and metabolic disease.
That's me. That's diabetes, right?
And they overlap. So when you have type 2 diabetes, your risk of those other diseases goes up by 50%. So that one sort of feeds into the other. And also if you have cardiovascular disease, your risk of dementia goes way up. So.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Damn, that sucks. Yeah, and you know what's weird too? Because I don't want to turn this into like a personal doctor visit, but like I, for real, had like crazy brain fog. Like I was like messing up recalling words, and a lot of my mom's side had like dementia stuff when they got older. So I started being like, damn, I might be like getting like early dementia. And as soon as I learned about the high A1C, and I don't know if that's like high enough to cause brain fog. Like I was like, I forgot the word croissant. I was like trying to think of that word. Couldn't think of that. But as soon as I got off all the carbs and now I'm like basically doing like keto, my brain just like came right back to life. It's pretty nuts.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know that that's related to the A1C per se, but fluctuating levels of blood glucose make it just a little more difficult. And some people are more sensitive to it than others. Some people, they can eat all the carbs in the world and it doesn't seem to phase them. And a lot of people are like, no, the moment I go to slower carbs or just no carbs at all, or just more complex carbs, my energy levels normalize, and so too does my attention. Yeah,
dude, that happened for me. And I also don't have to eat as much. Like I was eating so much, man. It would be like 4 cups of rice. I was just pigging out.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I stopped eating that much carbs, I eat like 2 meals a day, and they're pretty like sparse. So.
Tell me about these pictures here. What's
thank
the
you, man. This, I just figured it was funny because it's just kind of like just an ample naked lady sitting at a picnic. So I literally picked the pictures very quickly. This one, I just wanted very intense imagery.
Yeah.
And so this is kind of like, this is pleasant. It's a little complicated. You have.
What do you think's going on here? Why is she naked? And who are these guys?
These guys are up to no good for sure. They, I think these guys, it looks like they just got happened upon, and someone's going, "What the hell are you doing with that ample naked lady in the park?" And this guy's like,
but he's like fully dressed.
And yeah.
Who's the girl in the background?
So to answer your first question, this is a clothed male, naked female. It's a fetish. That's going on. And I think she's kind of like next. I think they're like, get over here, strip down so we can have a naked picnic. This caused a serious uproar back in the day. When this guy painted this, it was a problem.
I can see why.
They were like, if you had someone pose, this lady had to have been a prostitute. And they're like, that's totally scandalous.
Yeah. What year approximately was this?
I wish I knew. I don't know. If I had to guess, I would say like maybe the late 1800s. If I had to guess. But I could be wrong. And that guy, I don't know what that guy's hat's all about over there, but.
Yeah. I mean, it's sort of, I don't want to profile him, but I have thoughts.
True. It is a hat. I don't recognize that hat, and I do have my own suspicions as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he's like, I don't know what's going on. He seems kind of distracted. I think he's being caught. She's just kind of getting caught. There's just a lady in a pond, maybe, just kind of floating around.
Oh, that's interesting. So I see that now. I thought she was picking up apples, but maybe she's washing her hands
Sure, well,
in the pond.
one could only guess why. But but yeah, so that was cool. I thought that was a fun one. This is very intense. I like this, and then I just toss a little crucifixion up there.
Yeah, it's the rainbow crucifixion. I don't know my biblical history well enough to. I would embarrass myself if I asked dumb questions. But is there a rainbow after the crucifixion?
I would hope so. God was rising back to heaven 2 days before, so I'd hope that.
No, I thought it was 3 days after this.
3 days. My bad.
Yeah,
3 days. 3 days.
So so that foreshadowed maybe the resurrection. Is what
could
you're
be.
saying.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah.
But I honestly don't know. I don't have any real knowledge.
Can you imagine how brutal the world was when we crucified people?
I think about it all the time.
Like, how lucky are we to live in this candy ass world of softness?
Dude, I try to tell it to people, and I have people tell me
I'm so grateful.
it's insane because I try to tell people, I'm like, dude, it was way different. And other people be like
those guys were
different.
thieves, right?
Yeah.
Like that today, you wouldn't even go to jail
Yeah, they
in
would kill
most
you.
cities.
Yeah, they'll kill you.
Yeah. And then you get crucified.
Yeah. And it also, the procession was like a pretty nasty part of it, too. Just to get walked through the streets, spit upon, rocks thrown at you.
I can't fathom.
Dude, the social anxiety back
And by the
then
way,
must
that's
be
only
crazy.
2,000 years ago, which in the arc of human history is yesterday.
Nothing.
That's nothing.
That's what I try to tell people, man, because there's a lot of people who are like, everything's always been the same. It's just different variations on the same themes. And I'm like, dude, it's gotten so much different from 2,000 years ago. It can still get so much different.
Think about 500 years ago, right? Think about if you could be you, or you could be the king of England 500 years ago with it sounds great until you get like a dental abscess and you realize there's no AC, there's no heat, the food sucks.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think you're going to be the king of England 500 years ago.
Dude,
I think
the food still sucks in England now. Yeah, that's a good point because you
it's
could
probably
be,
pre-fish and chips.
Yeah, that would actually suck. I never thought about being like the king of another country. But it would be pretty terrible. There was a king in some medieval time, like longer ago than that, but they thought alcohol was like health stuff back in the day. It was like the spirit.
It kind of was because water was so contaminated, right?
Yeah.
So you basically had two broad cultures that emerged from either the fermentation of water, right, and alcohol to make to get rid of the bacteria, or tea, right? You had sort of the rise of the sort of tea culture where you boiled water. But yeah, the idea that you were just going to go and drink water was like, the fact that we're sitting here drinking this is incredible.
It's pretty tight, actually. But yeah, they had a king. They were like, they rubbed him down in like brandy, maybe. And then they were like, all right, we're going to like rub this all over his body. And like a candle got too close and just burnt the guy alive. And all the high priests or whatever had to be like, you must have been fucking evil.
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
no one put two and two together. They didn't understand exothermic chemical reactions.
Damn, dude. So let me ask you this. What is the gist of your book is basically, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, but the gist was basically like we can pre-screen better and we can kind of promote wellness rather than waiting till somebody has like a horrible, often irreversible disease and like try to fix it through kind of like nuking the territory.
And part of it is like, what gets measured gets managed. And so Medicine 2.0 measures lifespan as the ultimate outcome, which is, that's been productive. That's a good thing to measure. I'm not suggesting we shouldn't care about lifespan because 150 years ago, lifespan was 40 years. Today it's 80. That's insane. We doubled lifespan. And that's all due to Medicine 2.0. Basically figuring out how to not kill women when they gave birth to children, how to keep babies alive when they were born, how to fight infections, how to wash our hands, like that, and a little bit of stuff around trauma and critical care. Like you doubled human lifespan. But we're not managing health span. And so part of the argument is, okay, we've done pretty well on lifespan. We could do better, but we really have to manage health span.
Yeah.
And so if we think about things that make up health span, it's sort of like, how much muscle mass do you have? How strong are you? How much endurance do you have? How much flexibility and balance do you have? How quick is your cognitive performance? How happy are you? How are your relationships? How much joy do you have in your life? These things are softer and squishier. Some of them are pretty easy to measure, like VO2 max and muscle mass and strength. Some of them are harder to measure, like cognitive performance. But if you don't measure something, there's no chance you're going to manage to it. And I would just argue we have to slightly tilt in the direction of doing more on that front.
Yeah, it'd also be cooler to go to the doctor and have him like hit the treadmill. Let's check your VO2 max.
Yeah, let me see how long you can dead hang for. Let me see your grip strength.
That'd be so much better than sitting there and just being like, basically getting molested and leaving. That's all you do. You go there and they're like, all right, we're gonna. What is the coughing? Why do they do that? Why do they hold your?
It's funny. I thought you were going to ask me to do it to you earlier when you said this is not an appointment. I literally thought you were going to whip your junk out and have me check.
I'm just going just for the A, dude. You got to do the butt.
They're checking for a hernia.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
But why is that like the top of the pops? And
exactly.
There's so much other things to check. It's like we're not going to do all this other stuff that'd be useful. We're
not going to look at a bunch of things, but I do want to stick my finger in the inguinal canal.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and I'm gonna make you cough.
I'm glad they do that, but it's like, why did that get picked as opposed to all of his other stuff you're talking about? Do you think it has something to do with like just like institutional, just repressed homosexuality throughout the entire culture? And that was like,
I don't know. But I will say this, like, I can't tell you how many rectal exams I've done. And then I realized, like, I mean, technically a good urologist will tell you that their finger is good enough to truly feel a prostate cancer that would otherwise not be picked up on a PSA or some other test. And I'll take them at their word. But I think for the rest of us who don't do 20 a day, yeah, I don't think my finger is good enough.
Don't say that.
I mean, I'll work harder, but
yeah, that's crazy. So they're saying they can just feel like it's just
they've said, like, look, man, there's always that one case that slips through the crack where the guy has a normal PSA, no pun intended. Yeah, jeez.
So they can't tell, yeah.
But they're like, yep, if you feel a certain type of super hard nodule on the prostate, that would be suspicious.
Damn. Yeah, that is. I think they really could if doctors would embrace that. It'd be so much more fun. You go, you kind of run on the treadmill, dead hang. They can talk to you a little bit about it. It just seems so kind of sterile.
Plank. Yeah, there's like a bunch of basic tests. Everybody should be able to. We should be able to see the people do. I completely agree.
Yeah, I don't. That's so. I did really like your book for that reason. Hopefully, that kind of stuff takes. So what is so if that's the scope of the book, where do you stand now? Has anything changed in that time, or is there anything that's like latest and greatest that's kind of like blowing your mind right now?
I think my thinking is always evolving. I would say if I were writing that book today, I would actually kind of add a fifth horseman, which is anything that pertains to a weakened immune system. So I'm just getting over a cold because I have 3 kids and 2 of them are young. So basically I'm always in the face of like some virus, right?
Yeah.
So twice a year I always get some stupid cold and it's no big deal. It starts in my throat, blah, blah, blah. It gets into my lungs. I hack up a bunch of junk and then I'm fine. But anyone who's been around older folks realizes that that's the kind of thing that can tip them over the edge when they're 80 years old.
Yeah.
A really bad infection, a flu, COVID, things that us, 50-year-olds laugh at can become deadly. And so from a research perspective, this is something I'm super interested in is how do we regenerate the immune system? So, I'm in my 50s. My immune system's also in its 50s. Would it be amazing if when I'm in my 80s, I could still have an immune system that's maybe like in my 50s or 40s? The effect that would have against, mitigating the risk of fatal pneumonias, infections, and even cancers is huge because the immune system is the first line of defense against cancer.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Is that it? Didn't they used to use like fevers for that too? They would induce fevers to try to kill certain types of cancer?
Yeah, and it wasn't very successful because it's so nonspecific.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, cancer is... The only way for the immune system to eradicate cancer is you have to get the very, very, very specific T cell that recognizes exactly that cancer, and you have to figure out a way to make enough of them that it, wins that war. And that rarely happens spontaneously. I mean, the cases are, documented in the literature. They're so rare, but we now have drugs that can make that happen in about 10% of cases.
That's
which is
cool.
huge.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. So what was your research yielded? How do you think you can bolster the immune system or like?
I mean, it depends I don't know how technical the audience wants to get into this stuff, but so stop me when this has become unbearable.
For sure.
So we have DNA. Okay. So everyone's heard of DNA. DNA is the code that tells every cell how to make a protein. So what tells DNA to turn on and off are something called methylations, little carbons that stick on the backbone, or something called the epigenome. So DNA is regulated through this methylation pattern. And as we age, that changes.
Gotcha.
So we can look at a T cell, which is the type of cell that fights a cancer or an infection, and we can say, that's what an old one looks like. That's what a new one looks like. Even though the DNA is the same, the epigenome above the genome, this methylation pattern looks different. And so the question is, what if we took the methylation pattern of an old T cell and made it look like a young T cell? Would it revert into a young T cell? So to me, that's certainly top 2 or 3 most interesting questions in aging research today.
That's pretty cool. And that makes sense because it's like the DNA, you're born with it, and then the epi layer, that's like the kind of like pattern that's affected through the environment.
That's what regulates it, exactly.
Yeah. And then so if you can kind of get into that. And then so you could, and it was stress too, because I noticed that was a big thing in your book. So, and you can stress yourself to the point where your epigenome will just start being like,
everything in the environment can affect that. So it's affected just naturally through aging. So the passage of time affects it, but so does anything in the environment. So whether you exercise, whether you smoke, whether you have diabetes or not, all of those things, good sleep, bad sleep, high stress, low stress, anything can tweak that in the right or wrong direction.
Damn. Okay. That's pretty cool. So you're saying,
but the gravitational pull of age is huge. And that's the one I'm most interested in, is like, how would you, because even the healthiest 80-year-old has nowhere near the immune system of an unhealthy 30-year-old.
Yeah. Yeah. And we saw that. Everyone was hoping against hope that Mike Tyson would just knock out Jake Paul, and that was kind of like a bitter moment for a lot of people.
Yeah, you can't, like age is not like,
just can't do it.
Yeah, as Father Time is undefeated, as everybody said.
Yeah, even with like the TRT, what are your thoughts on that? Like in terms of like, you know, what age to kind of smash the glass and just go full upgrade?
I don't know that there's an age I would do it. I mean, I think the things that I would, you know, I had a long talk with a patient yesterday about this exact question, and he's pretty young. He's like 36. Does not have kids, but wants to have kids. Yeah. So that's a huge consideration. So in his situation, I would say like TRT is not a good idea. I suggested that he bank sperm. And if he wants to go down that rabbit hole, and by the way, I don't think he needs to, because I don't think his levels are like kind of 50th percentile. He's not terribly symptomatic. I would kind of eke out a bit more time, but I would rely on hormones that are going to ramp up his body's production of testosterone, as opposed to just giving him testosterone, which will shut off his body's supply
forever.
No, and it's not something that happens overnight. Like he'd have to be on testosterone for a while before he would shut down his own production. Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on that? On like that whole thing, especially for 30-year-olds? Do you think it's like good to kind of have that, or do you think it like should be kind of a long road?
I think you got to take every case individually, but if a 30-year-old has testosterone that is so low that it's impacting him, I think you have to start by asking why.
Right.
Like, how bad is his sleep? How bad is his stress? How bad is every other factor going on? I mean, when I finished, when I was, leaving my residency, my testosterone was 227, I think, which is insanely low. That's only 2.5 times higher than a woman.
What?
Yeah.
Is that why doctors' hands are so soft every time you shake them? Damn,
no,
that's crazy.
That's for the rectal exam, so you just don't get
That's true. You wouldn't want like my dad's finger.
But the reason is pretty clear, right? Because I was sleeping 28 to 30 hours a week.
Damn.
Right? So, horrible sleep deprivation is going to make it really difficult to make appropriate levels of testosterone.
And that makes it harder for you to sleep too when your testosterone gets lower?
I think probably a little bit, but the causality is much more in the opposite direction, meaning the horrible sleep is destroying
I see.
The production of testosterone and growth hormone. But of course, at the time, it never occurred to me to do anything about it, and once I, was in a job where I could actually sleep each night, lo and behold, my testosterone kind of normalized.
It peaked up.
Yeah.
What do you think that's a good thing for people to actually look at? Because I always get the feeling that like, if you even go into one of those places, they're going to hard sell you and you'll be on the tee like before you know it.
I think you should not go to, I'm trying to think of the right analogy. If you walk into a store that only sells hammers, everything's a nail.
Yeah.
Right. So I think if you walk into a tea shop and all they do is male hormone optimization, I would say buyer beware.
Yeah.
Because they, even if they internally have the best of intentions, like I just don't think they can get out of their own way. Yeah. I also think you should be very wary of going to a place for any sort of therapy where they're selling you the therapy.
True.
Like if my whole shtick is I'm here to, give you the best hormones or supplements or whatever, and oh, by the way, on your way out, we'll sell them to you, It's just such a conflict of interest.
Yeah.
So,
So what do you think about even the internet companies that are like I did one. I don't know if it's nice to like name it or not, but like the ones that like you mail like stool sample, blood, saliva, and they're like, here's precision supplements for you and you alone. How do you think they're like? How much of that is kind of generic, and do you think some of those companies are really dialed in, or like?
I don't doubt that there are ways to kind of sort of optimize supplements around biomarkers. I'm not sure that it's as precise as people want to believe. Yeah. I certainly don't think that. I actually think you can do a lot of supplement optimization off really basic blood work. Like I don't think, certainly, a stool sample is not necessary because most probiotics can't even provide the bacteria you need to impact it. I mean, your diet has a far greater role. Your fiber content has a far greater role on your gut biome and things that you'd be measuring in stool. And obviously saliva, blood, urine can measure things that are relevant and interesting. There aren't that many things that I think are worth taking. Like I think, if you're low in vitamin D and you're not getting enough sunlight, that makes sense. But that's a pretty simple blood test. If your homocysteine is elevated, you probably should take some methylated B vitamins. And if you drop it by more than 5 or 6 points, you're probably doing a lot. If your omega levels are low, fish oil probably helps if you're not willing to eat 3 servings of fish a week. Right. But the true basics of this are really simple. And then there's other supplements that probably make sense for most people, and you don't even need to test for them. Like anybody who's active could probably justify taking creatine. Yeah. And there's no blood test that's going to tell you whether or not you need it. We just know that, to fill and saturate total body storage, you're going to need 3 to 5 grams per day. So,
Really? That was surprising. That was like something I heard like in college, like, years ago when I'd lift weights. It was like creatine was almost like viewed as like a serious kind of like bodybuilder supplement. Now everything I read is like, no, everyone needs a ton of creatine.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, if you're playing the game of optimizing, you're going to get a benefit, probably about a 10% boost in performance for intensity and like super short intensity, i.e. the creatine phosphate energy system. So kind of like high bursts of, 10-second work, and then anaerobic stuff. It's not going to improve much aerobically, but and you'll also get a little hypertrophy benefit because the muscles will get bigger when they bring more water in.
That makes sense. Yeah, if like my kids are like 7 feet away and they're not listening, I could just fucking run at them.
Easy.
Like, the fuck are you doing?
Easy.
Just Hulk them down. Yeah, that's my thing with fitness. A lot of people, and I'm sure I don't know if you've heard this. You're kind of I'm sure your like listenership is very health oriented, but a lot of people get very like, I don't know, like very kind of scoffed. They kind of scoff a lot of this stuff where they're like, who gives a shit? And it's like, and I feel bad because like I do get it. If you're like in a job you hate and you're just totally crushed down by like your life circumstance, having somebody be like, dude, eat a banana and do jumping jacks, you're gonna be like, dude, fuck you. I don't want to think about this. But it also will make your life better. Like I always like, whenever I lose sight of that, whenever I get too into my own like just stuff where I'm like, this isn't going well. I don't have time. If I just take like an hour, even a half an hour, and just like run as fast as I can, it's like I feel like amazing. Yeah. And I always say that's like a nice dimension you can add to your life where it's like everyone's like, like I want to get better in my job, blah, blah, blah. It's like just adding that, like time yourself running 100 meters and then try to get a better time next week. It gives you something you're kind of making progress in. And it also, you feel like great as a result.
Yeah. I think this is where kind of social media really distorts reality. And the example you give is a great one, right? So if your health sucks and you're trying to figure out where you're going to find an extra 2 hours a week to do some form of self-care, the last thing you need is some idiot influencer telling you to spend more time in the sauna and cold plunging. Like I can promise you that is not the first, second, third, fourth, or fifth best use of your time if you only have 2 hours a week.
How would you break it down then?
If you've only got, I would start with let's do the absolute basics of blocking and tackling. So first thing I want to know is, are you getting at least 7 hours of sleep a night? Because if you're not getting at least 7 hours of sleep a night, it's going to be very difficult for you to do anything at your best.
So I don't want to interrupt you. My question with that is, say you are tracking your sleep and you only get like 43 hours of deep sleep every night, even though you go to bed at like a proper time. Does that matter as much of like REM versus deep sleep, or like?
I assume you mean 43 minds, but
43 minutes. Yeah. I wish it's fucking 43 hours.
I only get 43 hours of deep sleep a year. I'm doing the math quickly. Oh god. I don't know. If a person says, I feel really well, and there are these, I link to them in the book. There are a whole bunch of surveys you can get for free that just have you do like, these are validated surveys that kind of go through daytime drowsiness and stuff like that. If you're in bed 7 to 7.5 hours a night, ideally 8, and your little sleep tracker says you're sleeping 7, but you're not happy with your stages, I wouldn't put a lot of stock into that unless you feel that there is a problem.
Got you.
But if you're like, no, I feel fine, and I fill out all the 2 surveys and they said I'm doing fine, ignore the data.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and stop wearing the tracker.
I know. I gotta
just
stop.
done with the tracker. So
I was checking every day. I'm like,
Yeah.
43 fucking minutes.
yeah, like it just creates more anxiety.
It's just
than
red.
it's
I
worth.
see red numbers. And
Yeah,
I'm like, fuck.
I
failed.
haven't used one of those in a longer time than I can remember.
Yeah.
So
So just do
so
the
then
basics.
the next
Sleep.
bucket,
I got
so then the next bucket I want to know is what's your physical activity level? So let's say this is a person who's got none. They're doing none. And they say, look, I've only got 2 extra hours. I'm putting that entire 2 hours into exercise. So I'm going to say, we're going to do 4 30-minute workouts a week. And, again, I'd have to know more about the person, but it could easily end up being, we're going to do 2 cardio sessions a week. We're going to do 2 strength sessions a week. One of those cardio sessions per week is going to be kind of aerobic base training where you're going at the same intensity the whole time. It's not that high. You can still sort of almost carry out a conversation. It's a little hard to talk, but you could. And then the other cardio session I would do, say 3 days off of that, would be more interval, kind of like what you were describing. So let's get on if you're at a gym and they have one of those air bikes, do something there, be on a treadmill, be outside. It doesn't really matter. Like the goal, this person will get so much benefit from 2 hours a week of exercise that it almost doesn't matter what they do. And then the other 2 days a week, I'd have them do 2 30-minute whole body workouts at a gym where they never stop moving.
Okay.
So if you're doing it at home, it might be push-ups, pull-ups, wall sits, something like that. If you're at the luxury of being at a gym, you might just rotate machine to machine to machine and never stop. And that would just bring huge dividends. And then the last thing I'd do is, in addition to that, is just do a quick audit of their diet.
Yeah.
Are you overweight? Are you adequate weight? Are you underweight? That determines whether you need to eat more or less. And then are you getting enough protein? And honestly, I wouldn't make it much more detailed than that. And so, look, with just a little bit of that insight, you've made better use of 2 hours a week. You've got them to stop worrying about their sleep. You've maybe changed 3 little things in their diet. I promise you that person in 3 months is going to feel significantly better. And then maybe, by the way, at that point, they're like, you know what? I wouldn't mind doing 3 hours a week of this exercise thing because I'm feeling kind of good. And you know what? I kind of want to dial the diet in a little bit more. But again, the problem is too many people are consuming information that says, oh my God, you need to be on this supplement. You need to be on this supplement. You need to be doing 30 minutes of this type of sauna and 20 minutes of this type of cold plunge. And people are like, shut up.
Yeah. I don't I can't do that.
Yeah. I mean, and to be clear, I love sauna and I love cold plunge, but it is like the 20th thing on my list of 21 things that is a part of my routine.
Yeah, that makes sense, man. That's actually cool to hear because it is like the solution is pretty basic and simple, and that's a thing that gets me bummed out when because I do think we live, and I could just be wrong, but I feel like we live in a pretty nihilistic kind of age, and it's like it does suck when that spreads. It's like a physical nihilism. Like, what the fuck's the point of even? It's like, dude, you'll feel so much better if I don't work out. I get depressed. It's like A to B easily. If I don't do it for like 2 weeks, I'm just like depressed and sad, and it's like, and if you don't do it, it's just you feel terrible, and I always like to try to, just get up and move your fucking body, man. There's so much, it's so much better than
we were meant to move.
We were.
And meant to be outside. That might be the other thing I would add is figure out a way to do something outdoors, like whether it's a quick walk or incorporate some of that exercise outdoors.
You know what I started doing? Skateboarding. At my ripe old age of 38, I started
took it up.
I just took it back. I've been doing it when I was little, I just started it, and it's weird. That's a real eye opener when you take an activity you did in childhood effortlessly. You're like, let me try this again at 38. Dude, I swear I burnt 900 something calories. I skateboarded for an hour and 20 minutes. And I was dying.
That's awesome.
Cardio wise, I was just doing like a little pump track where you kind of just like ride up on a wall. Dude, I thought I was going to die. I used to do this all day when I was younger. Now I'm like, it's like a real eye opener to be like, all right, where am I at? Because I do feel like, especially, I guess men and maybe women do it too, but men specifically over index, like, I'm good. And it's like, try something that you did when you were younger. And you're like, holy shit, I'm going to my heart rate was at like 170 the whole time. Just skateboarding. And I was barely pushing. I just had to like balance myself on this track. And it It was amazing though. I agree with you. It's like find something, you know, to do and just kind of, I don't know. I feel like I do feel like we get too tunnel visioned into like the career stuff, and it's like you need to do that to survive. But it's like the sacrifice of hours of time for like the quote unquote rest time into like physical activity just pay dividends and all the other things you're trying to do anyway. But
Yeah.
I always sound like a broken record, but I'm like, dude, it's so important, man. It really is. So yeah, skateboarding's awesome. We should go one time. Do you skate?
Nope, I do not at all.
Have you ever?
Nope. And it's funny. I mean, growing up, I was certainly of that age when a lot of kids were skateboarding. I don't know why, it just never appealed to me.
Yeah.
I was sort of busy in my own little world. My daughter did for a little bit. She's 16 now, but she did probably like when she was 10, 11, 12, she was pretty into it. The coolest thing I've picked up recently, though it's not a physical activity, but I'm freaking obsessed with it, is chess.
Really?
Holy cow.
How are you pretty good?
No, I'm horrible. I mean,
Yeah, I'm
I'm
pretty
just
bad. I
learning,
tried.
but I love it. Like
Yeah.
I can't stop playing. I
Yeah.
just can't stop.
Who are you playing against?
I'm just playing my boys.
Really?
Literally, just the three of us.
Phone
just go back
chess
and forth.
or
no,
physical
like on
chess?
the board,
That's good. Yeah.
writing down every move, studying our moves after.
Really?
Like nerding out, watching YouTube videos. I'm obsessed with this guy, Magnus Carlsen, who's the best chess
I've
player
heard
in
of
the
him,
world.
actually, yeah.
Dude, I can't stop watching chess porn.
Really?
Can't stop.
That's awesome.
Can't stop.
That's awesome.
You know how YouTube figures out what you're about? Like
Yes.
my videographer for our podcast,
Mhm.
he pulls me aside like 3 weeks ago, goes, "Are you getting into chess?" And I'm like, "How do you know?" He goes, "Because like I'm managing our YouTube channel and
Mhm.
like it only populates it's just like pushing chess stuff all day." And
That's
I was like,
awesome.
yeah, dude, I can't stop.
It is good for your
I
brain,
stay up
though.
at night like watching chess videos.
Do
It's
you
awful.
really?
Oh, it's awful. I'm like, it's 9:30. I should go to bed.
What's your opening move? What do you go with?
Oh, I'm typically like E4. You know, but I like to castle really early. So I'm going to try to castle within about within 4 or 5 moves if I'm doing a kingside castle.
Really?
Yeah.
I like the first move, the horse, just over your pawns. Be like, what's up?
Yeah.
It's called. There's a name for it. I forget what
There
it's called.
is,
It's like
yeah,
the English
yeah.
or something. But
Horse.
a horse. I just fucking bang. Here's my motherfucking horse.
Yeah. No, the knight's cool because again, he can hop over people.
You
It's
move in
awesome.
that fucked up L-shaped pattern. But yeah, I love chess too. That is fun. I just say I don't have anyone to play it with. That's the thing. It's like I don't. It's how long does a chess game take?
One of my boys is super aggressive, so the games are quick because he just comes
Really?
out swinging.
Does he really?
Oh, he swings.
I like that.
He goes for the fences.
Does he?
And then the other one is so conservative and so thoughtful that the games take like so long. And I got us a little timer too. So I'm like, buddy,
That's
you have
nice. Yeah,
2 hours to make the first 40 moves or you're disqualified.
that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, you got to think on your feet.
And the younger one, the one who's super aggressive, is so competitive. Like if anyone in our family ever makes it and becomes like great, it's him. Because you can't like the fire is insane.
Really?
When he loses, he tears up his sheets, and I'm like, buddy, you shake my hand, and we had a good game. And he's like, and he's just losing his mind that he lost a game of chess.
It's war. Yeah, it's war. Is it true that the possibilities of the chessboard are kind of infinite?
They
in a
are
way?
truly infinite.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a computationally infinite problem,
Damn.
or as close to. I mean, I shouldn't say infinite, right? In that AI can,
Yeah.
but it's from a practical perspective, I think it's infinite.
Damn. That's awesome. That is cool. I'm going to try it. My kids are too young for that. Me and my daughter did one
Your
of those.
oldest is 6?
4.
Oh, 4. Okay.
4. 6 could be 6 is doable.
6 is
4
totally doable.
I did chess. We did one of those big ones. We were on vacation and we did one of those those like huge outdoor chessboards with the big pieces.
Yeah.
We did it and I tried with my 4-year-old, and by the end of it, it was like the mommy and daddy were the queen and king were mommy and daddy, and the pawns were all of our babies. And I was like, all right, man. Hell, it sucks. But yeah, man, that is amazing.
I once made the mistake of in a game, like one of my older one, the one who's more conservative, like he had a rook, knight, bishop in the back that hadn't moved. And it was like 25 moves in. And I'm like, buddy, those guys over there are standing there like they got their thumbs up their butts. And now those 2 boys cannot stop saying that. They just walk around anytime someone's not moving. Why do you have your thumb up your butt? And my wife's like, why do you say this stuff to them? Like, you can't say anything like that. They're just going to say whatever you say.
I know. It's weird. It's weird because my 4-year-old is like language police in our house. She like will learn that something's bad, and then she's just like horrified of the idea of saying it. And she's like, if she hears us saying anything like Like we even say the word hate. I don't know where we didn't. This wasn't a rule for us. Like, oh, I hate that. She'll be like, don't say that. And she like polices our language. If we say like, my wife said freaking the other day. And she's like, Mom, that's a bad word.
It's a bad word. Yeah.
Like, no, it's not. And she's like, and I was arguing. My wife's like, no, just give her that one. She's like, it's pretty nuts. But yeah, that is true. They do parrot everything. You really do got to watch what you say because you can say whatever you want around them for the longest time, and eventually you're like, oh shit, you can talking shit on my neighbors. You can hear this. You can hear this right now.
Our youngest one, when this is the super aggressive one, so it's not surprising. I think when he was like 3, we get a call from the preschool, and they're like, "Yeah, you got to come and get him." My wife's like, "What's going on?" They're like, "He said the F word."
Whoa.
My wife's like, "Oh, I'll be right there," but
they made you get him for that?
Yeah, I'm like, this is a misunderstanding. And my wife's like, first of all, the kid is obsessed with rhyming. So he almost assuredly was like, truck, fuck, or something like that. And the woman is like, no. He's actually the first kid we've ever heard use it properly.
Oh, no.
They're like, what was the situation? And they're like, well, he was in circle time. And we were telling all the kids they had to be quiet. And he wasn't being quiet. And we're like, hey, if you're not quiet, you're going to have to get up and leave. And he wouldn't be quiet. So we got up and made him leave. And he stood up, apparently, and just goes, fuck it. And then walked and got out of the corner.
Like, that's a coincidence.
Yeah. I'm like, I think he learned that from his mom.
Yeah, my daughter nailed she dropped something one time when she was really little and she was like, shit. I was like, damn it. That was right on
That's
the money.
on me. Yeah.
I was like, that was right on the money. Yeah. So they made you, what are you, like, it was like a 1-day suspension?
Yeah, it was like he's on probation now. I mean, it was like, we ended up finding another preschool for him that he did great in.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's insane to like be like, you got to come get this kid.
Yeah.
Although that could spread like wildfire amongst other people.
Yeah, I guess I can see it from your point as well.
No, that's lame. That's crazy to be like, he must leave right now. But I think they got to let that kind of stuff go. That is tricky though, man, because especially that age, it's like kids hit other kids, and like, you know, some people are like, this is like, you can't. It's like, but I don't know. I treat it like the dog park. It's like, they'll figure it out, man. If it's really bad,
there's got to be enough discomfort in the situation for the kids to evolve.
Yeah, exactly what I'm saying. Yeah, because it's like, dude, you gotta they're gonna do that, man. It's like, you know, me and my cousin got separated, and we were in kindergarten together, and then we went to the same school the next year, and they were like, AM class, BM class, they can't be with each other at all. But I thought it turned out all right. So before you get out of here, we're coming up on where are we at right now, Josh? I don't want to keep you too long. Huh? 45. Perfect. The one thing that I feel like was in the book a lot, you talked about how, and again, always correct me if I'm wrong, because I have stuff in my head. Stress was something was really on the back burner that you kind of put to kind of like the forefront of your thinking from like the day to day and a health perspective. Where do you kind of stand on that? And like, what's like, do you have any thoughts on that at all?
When I think about like, what is the thing that's going to kill me fastest? I think it's undoubtedly stress. I just think I think it's the most insidious killer in a way because it's the hardest thing to measure directly. Mm-hmm. You can sort of measure some of its indirect actions, like on blood pressure and blood sugar, which both go in the wrong direction when stress is high. But I think there's even components of it that just, even when blood sugar and blood pressure are normal, I still think it's just doing something to your brain, probably, and to your heart. And again, I don't think anybody would feel good living in a zero stress environment. So it's mostly just about kind of managing how one responds to it. And I think it goes beyond just stress. I think it's sort of like just overall like satisfaction in life and contentment and, you know, enjoying your relationships with people. You know, I interviewed this guy on my podcast, Bill Perkins, who wrote this incredible book. It's one of my favorite books. It's called Die with Zero. Mm-hmm. And he writes about how you have basically like, you know, you have time, you have money, and you have experiences. And he starts about through health. So health, time, and money. Okay. And you're not optimizing for the most of any one of those. You're optimizing for the net of fulfillment. Okay. So too many people miss that, right? They're just like working really, really hard to get as much money as possible or as much fame as possible. Or they're like maniacally focused on their health. That's the only thing they think about. Right. Or they're just trying to, you know, live as long as possible or make as much time for certain things. But it's kind of like how you put all those things together to optimize around fulfillment. So in this book, he writes about this idea of like people aren't doing the equation correctly. they're deferring too many experiences when they're young to do when they're old, but then they don't realize when they're old, their health is actually not, they're not actually able to do it when they have all the money in the world.
Yeah.
They can't go and take the incredible vacation, or if they can, their kids aren't with them or their kids aren't young. So I think it's just kind of reframed a lot in my mind and made me realize that, you know, when our kids are young and we are incredibly healthy, that should be the time that we invest more in fulfillment and experiences as a family, which has just been a completely different mindset for me from where I was most of my life.
Yeah. Just going kind of like full blast.
Yeah,
Make
yeah.
as much money as possible.
Sleep when I'm dead. You know, kind of thing.
That's a big one. Sorry about that bug, dude. That bug won't leave you alone. It hasn't even come over to me at all.
I mean, I must stink.
Yeah, that is kind of a cool thing too, man. To because you don't really. It's also something you don't really learn. Like nobody really tells you how to manage your stress. You kind of mostly, from what I gather, you kind of just like watch your parents deal with stress, and you're like, all right, and you just kind of like take those patterns and just apply them to your life. And it's like it really does like. What I've been trying to do recently is like just take one day out of the week. Usually it's Sunday because like we're all off, everyone's hanging out, and I just try to focus on like being as calm and at ease. That's like top priority of my day. Usually it's like I gotta get this done, I gotta this done, and like on one day a week I'll be like I'm only focused today. My number one goal is to try to like stay in a state of like ease and kind of contentment. And if I get out of it, I like before I'm like well, I just try to zero in on that. And that's been kind of like for me, that's been like a bit of a revelation to be like, oh, I can move through like multiple days without completely spinning myself the fuck out. And, you know, it's been, I don't know, it's been kind of nice.
And what do you think spins you out? Is it just busy, it's too much?
Yeah, it's
or
too
is there
much.
a particular thing?
Yeah, I mean, it could be anything. It could be my kids not listening, kind of spins me out if I'm like trying to get up the steps and it takes 40 minutes. And I'm kind of like, all right, like, let's go. Could be anything. Could be like overwhelmed, like just like situations at work I got to deal with that are just completely overwhelming. Stuff in the house, you know, it's just like lack of sleep. Because our kids are still so little that like our sleep gets fucked up. But yeah, it is. It's usually like relational stress or just like work stuff. Those are the two main things that kind of like can really spin me out.
And I would argue that most work stress is relational as well. So I kind of agree. I think relationships are both the best part of life and the most stressful part of life.
Yeah, I agree. So that's been my.
That's what's going on here, by the way. A lot of relational stress in that film. I can tell you right now.
That is true. But yeah, that's kind of the thing, man. It's like, well, this is my whole point is like you do have some say in how much a thing can like everything can floor you. Things come out of nowhere and you're like, you get caught in it. But just learning how to be like, all right, something got me. It's like laser tag. Like my thing's beeping. I can kind of walk myself through this without like going on like a Godzilla path. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know. That's been pretty helpful for me before I get caught. That's my ultimate fate. She's like, babe, I'm having a naked picnic with a prostitute. She's right there and they're coming out of the water just hawking me.
It's not what it looks like.
But yeah, that is the number one, man. It's like, dude, it's like managing stress, keeping yourself physically fit because you can't like otherwise like what the fuck are we doing, man? It's like, it's like unless some people are just surviving, which is kind of that sucks, but I don't know. I feel like people there's other countries where people are just surviving, but they still do cool stuff. Yeah. They have like big ornate jugs of water and they carry it around, they like dance and stuff. I don't know. It's kind of sick. I'm just trying to make people happy. I don't know how to do it. Well, dude, I mean, is there anything else that's kicking in your mind?
I don't think so.
Well, I think you did it. Thank you for coming and doing this. I
Thank you for having
apologize
me.
for the strange format, but how do you feel about standing in podcasting?
I think it's
by the way?
hilarious. I think it is. This is the first standing podcast I've ever done.
Bro, it's not bad. How do you feel about it, honestly? You can hurt my feelings if you
Honestly,
don't like it.
I think I have better posture than I normally do.
That's what I'm saying. When you're sitting on a podcast, you're kind of like slouching forward.
Yeah.
Standing keeps you on your feet. It keeps the mind sharper.
Like, I feel like we're doing a political debate the way they're angled at each other, too. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I need a moderator to ask me a question. That's the only thing that it would have been a little better if it was moderated. If this discussion was moderated.
That's a good
and more heated.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true. I want to work on being less
I wouldn't
chill.
mind a teleprompter next time, if you wouldn't mind.
Teleprompter is nice.
So I want a teleprompter there, moderator there, a
Right.
little more.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, we could bring some heat.
Yeah.
We could bring some
Yeah.
heat to
Yeah.
If you want the heat, I have some burning hot questions that I didn't ask them. They're about a lawsuit, so I was like, I don't. Why can't everyone? You can't talk about lawsuits. No one can ever talk about them.
I know the lawyers say no.
Yeah, why?
Yeah.
What's the point? Bring awareness.
Bring awareness.
Yeah, I did. I was researching just when you have someone on
Yeah,
OC
yeah.
and I saw you're embroiled in a lawsuit and I said, hell yeah, dude, that's what's up. So, but we won't. The lawyers won't like that. That is bullshit. You can't talk. I mean, dude, don't do it. But that is like, why? What the fuck's the problem? I don't know, whatever. But anyway. Well, dude, thank you. Dude, is there anything you want to plug? Is there the book? Obviously, read the book, dude.
Read the book, listen to the podcast.
Peter, to you. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
You're the man.